Welcome to HVAC Saturday Night Live on a Friday night. Get ready to send out links here in just a minute. How is everybody's Friday night going? What is up? Eric, how you doing? Ashlyn, how are you? What's up, Chris? Just kind of waiting on some of the regulars to get in here, and I'll send the links out. All right, we got 15 people watching, but 4 chatters. What's up? Sydney, how you doing? Humberto, English, my friend. Yeah, Chris, that's I caught a piece of it before. What's up, Matt? Before I went in the restaurant, didn't look too impressive. One thing I did notice, Mike got his hair What's up, Frankie? Mike had his hair combed to the side, a collared shirt on, just oh man, Mike thinks he's something, man. that was funny. I caught a piece of it when I turned it on. I saw the hair to the side and the collared shirt. It's like, good God, what does he think this is? Oh, whereabouts in North Louisiana, Sydney? Yeah, that was funny. I mean, I saw that. I was like, oh, good God. This son of a bitch done slicked his hair up. Oh, man. We're at North Louisiana there, Sydney. Spring Hill. Okay, I think I know where that. Yeah, you're pretty far up there. Hold on, guys. I'm sending out emails right now. Oh, so what are you trying to say, Frank? Trying to say I didn't let them speak? Hell, they didn't. They just sat there. Hey, Lafayette's good, man. I love Lafayette. Yeah, I do sometimes. Frank, I'm guilty of that. But if I catch myself, I do apologize. But I never stopped anybody from talking. Frankie B. Yeah, it's J Israel HVAC at gmail.com. To the regulars out there, I've sent out links to anybody that wants to join in. Did I? Oh shit! I bet you I forgot to post. Hold on, Matt. Yep, you're right, Matt. I fucking didn't put the damn link. Okay, I just sent a new email. Try it again. Yeah, Frank. I mean, and don't come in here with that bullshit, man. He had plenty of opportunity. Hey, Cindy. Yeah, and that's true. You know, Cindy made a good point. I really don't even want to talk about it anymore. So, Tony, how are you?
Can't hear you.
Tony?
Can't hear you. Let's see.
Can't hear me?
Way.
I'm going to mute Tony there until he gets his stuff figured out. I did notice that 6-shooter. Mike's hair was hilarious. Matt.
What's up,
What's up, dude?
What's up, man? It looks like Tony D has himself muted, huh?
No, I muted him because he's trying to figure it out.
Oh. Dude, what's up with my background? Hold on. Let's see what it is today. It's going to be a surprise. I don't even know. Let's find out.
Yeah, it's starting to come to life. Joel, what's up, man? I think I sent you an email, Joel. Let me know if you got one.
Bro, what is that?
Looks like you got a fireplace at maybe a church.
I guess. Let's do it.
Tony, I've got you muted, bud, but Tony, can you hear us? Oh, hold on. Let me unmute you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. How you doing, sir? I don't believe I've ever met you on camera before.
No, I'm from Connecticut. I mostly do oil burners and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I retired about 6 years ago, but watching one of your videos put me back and want to do HVAC again. So I'm going back at it again at 66 years old.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I really enjoy your videos. I'm learning, the gas end of it because I do mostly oil burners. But
well, I appreciate that. Now I don't really have a lot of gas videos out there because mostly everything here is electric. But and I'm not an expert on gas either, man. Mostly and if there is gas here, it's 80%. You don't see no 90s here. So Matt,
Hey.
what about you, man? You see a bunch of 90s?
Dude, I've ran across maybe two. Never really troubleshot one. Just changed the blower in one, and then
Right.
I had a guy, my brother-in-law's brother, wanted me to come install this this system that he got online. Of course, it was a Goodman. I get over there to look at it and to quote him. I go outside of the condenser. I'm like, yeah, this ain't nothing. I'll set you up, blah, blah, blah. I go inside his living room and he's got the thing in a cardboard box, the furnace. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see what it is. I lift it up, bruh. It's a 90%er. I've never installed one. And I
No.
was like, dude, to be honest with you, I don't want to do this, on the side as my first time installing this. I'd have to read the book probably and yada, yada, yada. So,
Right.
Yes,
Sammy, Ted, I don't know. Ted got a link. So, how you doing, John HVAC?
Hey, Tony, I don't know if you're on Facebook or not. Speaking of oil and all that stuff, you ever heard of McManus or
No.
Bill McManus? I think his name is.
No.
I think he's in Philly, maybe Philadelphia. I
think
where it
he's
is.
in
And
Yeah.
he seems like the oil king. He has a lot of trolls, bro. People mess with him because they say all he wants to do is repair stuff and blah blah blah. But
Well,
hey,
hey, you know how trolls are, man.
Yeah, we do.
They're you already know. Steve G, I don't plan on it unless it's to the rodeo. And what's up, Mr. Chance? Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it.
Yeah, like oil is pretty much, I don't want to say it's a dying thing up there from what I hear, but like isn't it kind of going out? Maybe not really, or it's just the price. I don't know. A lot of people always converting over, it seems.
Well, they're trying in Connecticut, they're trying to go to gas. But you see a lot of gas places like in Massachusetts where it blew up a whole block because they made a mistake.
I saw that. Yeah.
How you doing, Isaiah? I sent you a link, buddy.
So gas got its place, oil got its place.
Yeah.
At least with oil, you don't blow up.
Hey, I tell you what, man. If you can work on oil, you can work on gas. Isaiah,
what's up, brother?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Dude,
My freaking notification didn't go off.
Dude, I didn't even watch the Saints game. I went to dinner with Candace and totally forgot. Did we win?
Yeah.
Huh?
We fucking lost.
Really? Oh, that's okay. Hey, it's just preseason, man.
Thank God. Oh, and I just proposed to my girlfriend a little while ago.
Oh, really? Did she say yes?
Yeah, she said yes.
Well,
Well,
congratulations.
She says a son of a bitch to propose to her, and I just wanted the nerve to do it.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations.
Did y'all get an invite to the wedding?
Yep.
What'd
Hey,
she say, bro? She said yes or what?
To be with me. I tell you what, I was a nervous son of a bitch when I met her. Dude, I'm so excited to hit 1K subscribers tonight. That's an automatic double win right there.
Are you going to send me an invitation to the wedding?
Possibly, yes.
Possibly?
Yeah. Hey, son, I've had a 2 tonight. So I'm a little cuckoo right now.
And just imagine if the Saints would have won, bro. You'd have been.
Yeah.
Hey, it's just preseason. I'm sure Drew Brees didn't even see the field.
No, yeah, I'm sure of that. Yep. Again, I got something to show the guys, John, real quick.
Hey, who did we play, Isaiah?
Florida today.
Florida. Oh, yeah. Okay. everybody in the chat, do me a favor real quick. Y'all see HVAC with Zaya here. He's a good friend of mine. He's a Louisiana boy. So is Matt. Who all here is not subscribed to HVAC with Zaya? Put a hands up emoji in the chat if you're not subscribed to HVAC with Zaya.
You know what? You know what's funny today, Matt?
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. I agree. He dropped out. He'll be back in a second.
You know what's funny today, John?
What's that?
When I was checking our downstairs AC, and I picked up, grabbed my gauges off top of the unit, I got the piss nut thing shocked the heck out of me today.
Again?
Yeah, I got shocked again. And why did I hooking my gauges when it went and juiced me on my ass?
Yeah.
I'm like, you telling me this motherfucker ain't grounded right? And the disconnect was bypassed on one leg. So I got to replace that when I change those units out.
Right.
Hey,
Oh, that's
John,
if you're Sammy, go subscribe to Isaiah. What's up, Matt?
What's up, Matt?
Unfortunately, I don't know why this thing wants to drop me like it did last week. So you just might have to deal with it. You know,
Hey,
I don't want to get into it.
It's all good, man. If you drop out, just come on back in.
And you know what it might be, because it's the only thing different from everybody else. Maybe it's the background. Maybe that's got something to do with the.
It shouldn't.
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay, that shows you how smart I am when it comes to that crap.
I'm ready. I'm ready to head out of town after this summer. It was pretty hot today, John.
Yep. Jason, do me a big favor, man. Go subscribe to Isaiah. That's his channel name right there. HVAC with Zaya. Charlie Brown's in the chat.
What's up, Charlie?
Son of a bitch.
Hey, Tony, that explosion that they had in Massachusetts, was that from an older gas furnace, like one of the ones with a standing pilot and just old school, or it was one of the new ones, or you don't know? You know, kind of hard to believe a new one with all the safeties.
It had nothing to do. It had to do with the main that supplied everything. There was a safety that's supposed to limit the pressure to all the houses. It failed.
Oh, wow.
And it just blew up like 4 or 5, maybe 6 houses.
Yeah. And see, down here, you don't see explosions like that, because in the wintertime, if people do run a gas heat, it's only for a few minutes. You know, we don't have snow to where the things run for hours, I guess, you know.
It gets cold up there. It gets cold up here.
So Isaiah, if I get you to 1,000, will you shave your beard and hair on camera?
I'm gonna shave that beard, dude. Because Stucker's got me itching right now.
All right, so you'll shave it right here on camera, right?
You gonna do it live, Isaiah, or what?
I think he froze on us. Oh no, there he is. There he is.
I'm back. Yeah, I've been wanting to ask you something, John. One of the guys I'm friends with up north in Chicago and all that shit. During last winter, he had an American Standard 5-ton package unit gas pack. And what he said, what I was telling me about was the fan belt was busted. And when he fired the heat back up, they had no indication of a cracked, heat exchanger. And when he got in the building, went inside, just a boxing ring, and went back inside to see, and he really had carbon monoxide levels, 40 parts per million.
Wow.
And that some bitch was still running in heat mode. Didn't even trip the high limit. But I don't see how that motherfucker could have been running, because usually there's some of them gas packs have a safety high limits on them.
Well, the high limit is for temperature, not for carbon monoxide levels.
Yes, sir. That's my bad, John. I ain't been out in the field in about 2 months now. I'm hoping.
No, that's okay. Frankie B, go subscribe to Eyes of HVAC with Zaya, please, sir.
Hey, that's all good. That's all good, Isaiah. Every time winter comes around, I kind of have to refresh myself on gas furnaces. You know, you kind of lose that because we don't see them for 8 months, 10 months.
Yeah,
You know, to all you guys out there with the beards, with the big beards, I read a thing that says y'all got more bacteria and stuff in them beards than a dog does.
Yep, and the one thing why I keep my beard, John, y'all can see my freaking my thick ass face. You can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you carry last night's supper too.
Yeah, I get food caught in my beard constantly.
Yeah, Tony, that man, I know it gets cold up there. I don't know how y'all deal with the snow and the below freezing temperatures for so long, but y'all probably say the same stuff about our humidity and triple digit heat index. You know, it's miserable for us in the summertime. I'm sure it's miserable for y'all in the winter. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a trade-off. You know, you got the humidity, we got the cold.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah. I guess we just all need, if we lived in California or something, then we might have decent weather.
How you doing? How you doing, Miss Brenda?
What's up?
Hey, Miss Brenda.
How's Ted doing?
Really good.
Good, good. Isaiah told us he's getting married.
I got me a wife. Come on, Fortnite. I got a Fortnite wife.
You're gonna have a daughter-in-law and don't even know it.
I got a Fortnite.
How old is she, Isaiah?
19.
Does she have autism?
Yeah, she does. She likes it. She makes make her laugh constantly when we're playing together.
I guess you do. You
I'm
make
goofy.
anybody laugh.
Yeah, because I'm goofy, honestly.
So you make anybody laugh. That's what we love. You've come so far from flapping his
yeah.
Matt's waving at you.
He's a life of the party when he gets on here. So he makes us all laugh for sure.
No, they can't see you.
Like I said, I'm in my t-shirt right here.
I'm in my t-shirt and drawers.
Me too. I don't think I have the drawers on.
Oh Lord.
One more. Mom, one more. One more.
Okay. Too bad you can't drink. I can.
Hey, Isaiah, looks like somebody in the chat said you're at 999.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
That's
hey, I know you've been waiting on that a long time, Zaya.
Yep.
Yeah, I have. It took a whole year, but it finally paid off.
Too bad I can't get the Powerball, huh?
And what's good now is once you get that one more, you can start monetizing your videos.
Ooh, okay, and that's what we're gonna need to know about.
What does that mean?
We did it!
Go tell him.
Did you get the 1,000?
Yes.
Look at you.
Good.
Hey, bro, you
all right,
did it,
man.
Hey, you did it, John. I guarantee you.
Daddy has to do that.
Go tell him it's time. No, tell him it's time to come whack this off.
Well, he didn't know he was going to prepare tonight because he has to have a whole bunch of crap ready. You know that.
Yeah, he has all his little kits set.
I know.
But just go let him know we hit 1,000, so it's time. On my channel.
Congratulations, buddy.
I can't hear you, but I can see.
That definitely helped, man. Whenever you asked everybody in the chat to subscribe, John, that was the ticket right there, bro.
Yeah.
Or believe it or not, John,
put him over.
But monetizing your videos, Matt, that means you can start making money off of them.
That's cool.
Oh wow!
I can start live streaming now too.
All right, Isaiah.
And you can save up to buy that girl a ring now.
Yep, you can start. You can start live streaming and everything, and
yeah. But you know what I'll do too, John?
What's that?
But if I get a little free time, I'll do a little stream of me servicing our 2 units upstairs, downstairs.
There you go. Now, you know everybody in the chat is expecting you to get rid of that beard.
Yes, I'm going to do it. I got a question to ask y'all too.
All right.
I was checking our downstairs system today, John, and it's a 3-ton system, but running it right at a 4-ton. I mean, that's freaky to my dad. My dad was like, man, I've never seen that thing do that before. Running almost 42,000 BTUs of cooling capacity.
Right.
That thing's only a 3-ton unit. And I had a 75-pound suction pressure with a low load in the house and a load of 95 degrees outside. And I serviced that thing right at the beginning of spring this year. And we had a little bit of a drain problem inside, so I went in and cleaned the coil inside. So I know we got 2 clean coils, so something's not adding up.
Right.
Temperature split was 14.5. Normally, we want to see 16 to 16.5 is what we want to see. And we had a 14.5, so something's not adding up. I got something.
your return sealed good, Isaiah? I'm sure your dad knows all this, man. He's probably done got it dialed in, but
got 2 of them. Good enough for 4 tons of air. We got 2 24 by 24s, one in the front of the air handler, one on the side.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm never using them 1-inch filters again. That some bitch up here is whistling its ass off now. Some bitch never used to do that, John. That thing's whistling like crazy.
Yeah.
And I put the filter in right. If anybody go say I didn't put the filter in right, I did, and it's still whistling. I can actually feel the air, getting sucked into the return. I can feel it.
Yeah.
So, and I'm used to using those media filters, and that's a big difference in the media filters.
Right.
So when I get back in the field, I'm getting me one of them damn things. And one of my guys my dad grew up with, John, like you did in the field, you got an award for the platinum Ohio dealer.
Oh yeah.
He got the platinum awards. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Isaiah, you said on Facebook the other day, you like those pleated filters, man. I find that they put a bind on the blower, and when those suckers get dirty, y'all have good luck with those, especially. Well, I guess if your return is too small.
I had one of them. I've been having good luck so far, especially with the media filters. I stopped, using the 1-inch ones and used the little media air cleaners. I've had good luck with them. The 1-inch ones, I've had them, plug up too damn quick, especially them 3M purple pleat filters. Boy, them motherfuckers will destroy your damn system in a heartbeat.
Well, here's the thing about pleated filters, and the reason that we usually recommend that people don't use them here.
Yeah, what do you think, John?
Every unit we go on down here, 95% of the time there's not enough return air.
Right.
Yep.
And pleated filters restrict airflow more than a regular fiberglass easy flow filter. So that's why I always tell people to use a regular filter and not a pleated filter. Now, if you got enough return or your return is plenty big and all that, then hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
Michael, are you with us?
Dude,
Hey, what's up, Michael?
Hi, how you guys doing?
Mike.
All right.
What's going on, man?
And
Yeah.
Another one from
John.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, we got some Yankees in here. We got
the Yanks.
South Southern boys.
Frank Campbell. Yep. We have the I lost my train of thought. I got the blower speed set down on low speed and cooling, and medium speed and heat.
And
we barely use that system, So we only use it, when it gets real hot out and the upstairs unit can't keep up.
Right.
That's the only time we bring on the second stage. I'm about to rip and tear them things out there because the blower motor's fixing to fail on the upstairs one. That blower motor's fixing to fail. And it ain't easy getting in that freaking attic. It's a bitch trying to get up there. I don't know why my dad put that thing in the attic. Now I'm going to have to get up there and rip and tear that thing out probably.
Michael, Michael, last time you were in here, I don't think I was in here, was I?
No, you
okay.
You your son, I guess.
No,
I guess he
right.
Yeah, me, him, and Kelly stayed up.
You had to take a break. Your son was acting up, and you had to take care of things.
That's what it was.
Hey,
I was talking with Matt most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kelly, where's Kelly at tonight?
I don't know. He was in here earlier.
Hey, John.
Or Mr. Ken.
We got room for one more.
John.
I'm
getting a double broadcast.
What's up, Isaiah?
I'm like it.
I was on Shop Talks page. I saw Kelly in the chat.
Yeah, he was here earlier today when I got on here.
Yeah, and I think he went. I think he said in the chat he was doing something. I think he was going somewhere else after that.
Oh, you know what? He said he was waiting on his grandbaby to be born. His daughter or whatever, or son and daughter-in-law or whatever might have went into labor.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
I can imagine how nerve-wracking that could be.
Yep.
You got it fixed, Mike?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, and I got some nice comfy office chair set up.
Yep.
That's a sweet chair, Isaiah. That looks like you can go to space in that thing, man. Looks like something out of a rocket ship.
Let's see if my boy wants. Shut up, man. I don't know if I got time to talk to you. That's one of my boys.
Hey, John, speaking of undersized returns, man, 9 out of every 10 installs or changeouts that we do, we are cutting the return. We are cutting the return bigger.
Oh yeah, every change out I did when I had my own company, man, I was having to either add another one or enlarge the one that was there.
Why did that change all of a sudden? They just didn't know years ago, or you think it's 410A makes it?
I'm going to try and drop off and then come back in.
Well, he can hear you pretty good now, Mike.
Yeah,
no, he's hearing it.
What I'm hearing is like 2 or 3 different people, like at least 2 people talking.
What about now?
Yeah.
Does somebody have YouTube on in the background?
I vaguely hear it too, John.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Mr.
Let
Tony,
me try to come back in.
I
might have to.
If you're watching the chat or something, you've got it muted. If you can hear us, Tony.
I can hear you.
Yeah, you don't have your phone or whatever. You don't have something else broadcasting the chat, huh? I mean the Hangout? No?
No, I don't. I'm on a laptop.
Okay. See, I'm on me too, but I got my I'm reading the chat on my phone, but mine's muted, John, I think.
Yeah. Huh? Once Michael comes back, we'll still have room for one more if anybody else wants to join in here.
Man, I had my last call of the day, not the one I just went on, but of course, dispatcher calls me at like 4 o'clock and says, look, it's a vet clinic. You got to be there before 5. See if you can get them going. They waiting. So I get over there. Man, I'm going to have to replace a sweat on solder valve, sweat on TXV expansion valve. That's, for some reason, I hate sweat on valves. And this sucker's, it's in a tight spot. But
what kind of unit is it?
It's a train coil. Well, frigid air outside, train furnace, and train coil. And I got the bulb outside the cabinet to try to slam the valve open. You know, sometimes you can kind of keep them going, but I'll be doing that probably first thing Monday morning. I talked him into waiting until Monday because I didn't want to go to Lafayette to, you know who, the distributor, and call them out and get them
Have you ever tried that AC Renew?
I don't. At one time, Train sent us. It was almost like a recall. They sent us a liquid to put in there, you know. But I don't know if that was AC Renew. Is it?
It's the same shit.
Yeah. No. So you can put that into a bad valve or a not functioning properly valve, and it might free it up. Maybe.
Yeah. Sometimes it does free it up.
I wonder if it's expensive. You know, if it's expensive, my boss ain't gonna want to do it as a gamble. You know, he might.
I don't think it's that expensive. I got Cindy's like my watchdog, man. She said that 6-shooter and Kelly are back and forth between this one and the other show. But hey, you know, it's fine. You know, now if they're over there running their mouth, you know, about me or whatever, then coming in here, that's messed up. But you know, I ain't telling nobody not to go watch the other show. Yamo is not gonna come in here no more. He took
okay.
He took there you go. He took the other guy's side. He don't speak to me no more.
What is all the drama? What is all the drama that you hear?
Man, it's a long
I saw
story.
one today earlier before You came on earlier this afternoon, and two guys talking smack about you, and it's like, oh my God. And they went on and on and on. And it was like, I didn't think they were going to, was his name Gil? Gil
Right.
and another guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh boy. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That was pretty, he was pretty rough. And yeah. If you had heard it, yeah, I'd be really surprised if you could keep your cool on that. I mean, they were really getting outright mean.
Oh yeah,
nasty.
Oh yeah, yep. No, hey, 6-shooter, man. Look, I've always liked you, man. You seem to be a straight up guy, so it's all good, man. But look, we have room for one more. If anybody else wants to join us, this program only allows 6 people. So is there anybody else that would like to, so Michael, have you ever watched Steve laugh?
Yeah. Now,
do you treat your customers like that?
Pretty much. Yeah, I as you can tell, I'm not a young guy, so most of the time they treat me with respect. But I usually don't treat them that crazy. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. You don't seem like you're like
no.
that.
If you get disrespectful, I mean, that could.
Well, but that's the same way here.
If you're the owner,
right? But I mean, a lot of these guys don't disrespect him, and he just tells him, that they're stuck on stupid or whatever. And, no, EPA, this is not Google Hangout. You can only have 6 in here.
Yeah.
This program only allows 6 people.
Yeah, and you hear the way he talks about those throwaway El Cheapo filters, those fiberglass. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. Not, a pleated air filter. What is the whole purpose of the filter? To filter dirt. Have you ever seen what a fiberglass filter does? First of all, it puts fiberglass pieces into the air stream. Number 2, it doesn't filter anything. It was actually meant as a slot to tell the novice where the air filter goes. It doesn't filter anything.
Right.
The whole idea is, especially in the summertime, when that coil gets wet and you have any dust come through there, it's going to collect right on that coil. And it doesn't reduce the airflow at all, because it's actually, if you've got a filter that's, this big on a flat panel filter, when you look at a pleated filter and you stretch it out, it's huge. It's like at least almost double the size. It's because it's fan folded.
Right,
so if you stretch it out, the surface area of that. Now, you've seen the Space Guard filter. Have you seen those?
No.
The April Air makes this one called the Space Guard that a lot of the guys would put in. It's about a 4-inch filter that you put in there, and it's pleated like crazy, and it's really deep. But you only have to change the thing like maybe once every 6 months or once a year, and you can get by on that, because the dirt would collect on that air filter and it won't plug anything because it has so much surface area in there, nothing gets plugged.
Right. Rich HVAC, if you want to join in, send me an email. I'll put my email in the chat real quick for you.
I've got some that I take those they call mono pleats. They don't have a lot of pleats in them, and I spray them with what they call filter oil. It's like an oil mist that you put on them. This is normally for customers that say, I got allergies. You can get a filter called a dust lock filter. It's a poly pad, and it's kind of sticky on one side. But the spray oil pretty much does the same thing. It makes your filter very sticky. So when those dust particles come through and try to negotiate around the filter, they get stuck, because the same way when you're finding refrigerant leaks. The oil and the refrigerant, they kind of stick together with the dust. Well, same principle happens on the air filter. The dust gets stuck on that oily surface, and it's got like a lemon smell to it. So the customers tend to like it.
Right.
Hey, I just noticed in the chat, Rick HVAC said he likes your drapes. Mr. Mike.
Yeah.
The hell with my cool little fireplace thing.
The drapes. Yeah, I got the drapes going. Yeah.
I tell you what,
The painting
Matt,
is one that my daughter did. My youngest daughter.
that is the most manly background that you've had.
I know. So
No
I
cat.
Yeah.
Where's the cat?
Sleeping on the chair right there.
Yeah.
If you're talking about the real cat that jumps up here, she's
Yeah.
she's sleeping.
Hey,
Right there.
hey, remember that ream I did, John and Matt?
I think so.
Well, the guy originally wanted to put an ICP, so we went from a freaking temp star to freaking ream.
Wait, do what now?
The guy wanted originally a temp star put in his house, and he went from that to a freaking ream.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I
Ream's a good unit.
I like
Hey.
Ream, man.
There's Ted. Ted's here.
What's up, Ted?
Yeah, Ream, man. I learned to work. I learned to do this on reams. My uncle was a ream dealer, so I like reams. Believe it or not, but
They're a good.
of course,
I'm
trained
they make a good unit.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They make a good. They're very easy to work on. Those residential type.
Service.
They got like 4 screws on it. The panel comes off. It's separated, the compressor from the internal compartment, so you can take that off and check your gas pressures without sucking air into the condenser coil.
Yep.
Really easy.
So what part of Massachusetts are you in?
I'm right outside of Fort Devens. That's about a third of the way west from the East Coast.
Okay.
Boston. I'm about 45 minutes west of Boston.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. How close to Boston?
Yeah, about 45 minutes away. I'm centrally located, about a half hour north of Worcester. I've got about a half hour. I hit the New Hampshire border. Boston's about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. So I got a good central location.
Okay.
Now,
Rich, again, Ted, you want to come in here? Or Ted, I sent you a link. And Rich, if you want to join in, man, I put my email in the chat. You can scroll up if you need it.
Now those are reams and rods. How expensive? I remember about back in 93 or 94, I was looking at the price book on those. They seem to be way the hell up there. I mean, they seem to be a lot more expensive than your typical, York or American Standard train.
Hell no. American Standard and train down here is high as giraffe pussy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
No, I get ream at a great price.
The one thing I've noticed about Carrier, when I first started in this industry, Carrier, the cabinets were made out of a decent grade of sheet metal that the cabinets were made from.
Mm-hmm.
And Dunkin' Donuts is a brand that we have up here in the Northeast. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that.
I've heard of it. Yeah. Oh yeah. We don't have
Baton Rouge has some.
Yeah, Baton Rouge has some. We don't have any, do we, Matt?
They went ahead anyway, and they bought this commercial rooftop unit, had a double condenser fan motor on the top, and I went down to service it, and it looked like 4 or 5 kids were on the top of it, jumping up and down, and it bent the hell out of the top of the thing. I asked the guy out of it, I said, "What the hell happened here? Do you get kids up on the roof?" He said, "No." He said it was like that from the day of delivery when it first started, and you can see the fans going up and down when the thing starts up. They used to put in low pressure control. They call it a loss of charge control. Timers,
a loss of
high
charge
pressure
switch.
control.
Yep.
They had all kind of safeties, and a lot of guys didn't like working on them because they had so many safety controls built into it.
Well, no, I like that, because Ted did a video the other day, anti-DIY in the chat, and I think it was a Goodman package unit. I mean, that son of a bitch was running bone dry. Yeah. I mean, it was in a vacuum.
Yeah.
You know how when a compressor's in a vacuum, it sounds like rocks or
Yeah, it sounds
like
like it's low on oil.
yeah, like rocks banging around in the can.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
Low on oil. Yeah.
why? I mean, Goodman. That's another thing about Goodman. Why can't Goodman at least put a loss of charge switch? You know, if not a low pressure switch. I mean,
an LP and an HP.
right.
The only reason now code requires that it has to have an HP of some sort, and with any pressure vessel has to have a way to discharge of it. And the way that they do that, Carrier has their high side, I believe it is. They have I think it's 100 and it might be a couple of 100 degrees. That Schrader will melt off. It's a soft solder that they use on there to hold it on. So you got to be careful when you're working in the area. But by code, they have to have some way to take that high pressure and bring it over to the low pressure on any pressure vessel. And all pressure vessels have to have some way to get rid of the pressure in the event of a fire. Now with the compressor, they have an internal bypass, and you'll hear that thing go in the middle of running if the fan doesn't come on.
That's right.
And you'll hear it dumping over into the low side.
But I mean, these units have no business running in a vacuum like that.
No,
I mean that compressor, they should be putting pressure switches.
I believe.
Yeah.
Real
quick, Alex. Hold on, Sammy is right. Daikin and Goodman are the same thing. Okay, Daikin bought Goodman.
Oh,
now really? the mini splits are that's different, but the regular forced air systems.
Daikin's a big company.
Yeah, but Daikin has done nothing to improve.
You know who else they bought? Schneider General.
Yeah,
they bought McQuay.
Well, six shooter. How is American Standard superior over Train? It's the same.
It's
thing.
The same company with different divisions, so that if one goes belly up, they can't take the other company.
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's literally in the same building. Train is not. Oh, okay. He's fucking around. Train is not better than American Standard. American Standard is not better than Train. It's nothing but a sticker.
Yeah, the paint job might be a little. Here's the other thing. You'll hear a guy. I heard. Remember that guy Jim Pimento?
Jim Petnato.
Yeah, he was talking about refrigeration units where he thinks that they shouldn't have these covers on so the rain will wash the coils clean.
Right.
That's crazy. Any one of you guys that do residential will know the guy out there with the lawnmower, and he's got no bagger on it. He's going to toss rocks and punch holes right into the.
No, I agree with that.
Into the coil.
But I do agree with Jim also that you take like an ICP or a Carrier, the low end that doesn't have that. Yeah. Those coils don't get as dirty as the ones with the grates on it.
Well, I'll tell you, I've got a cheap ass Nordyne that I got on my house.
Ooh, yeah, man, you do got the cheap.
Yeah, 2006. I have done nothing to that. The only thing I did was I installed my liquid line filter dryer up in the attic along with the air handler, and I instead of putting in a fixed orifice, I put in an expansion valve.
Right.
And of course, if I do it, it's going to be perfectly nitrogen charged. That suction line is going to be perfectly tilted all the way out, so all the oil goes down.
Well, hey, Rich, I hope you're joking, man. And I'd have to agree with Chance. I mean, they're pretty much all the same to a certain extent these days.
Compressor.
But I think Nordyne is the exception. Nordyne is a piece of shit.
The only thing I got on the Nordyne, I would say, matter of fact, it's been running since about 2006 when I put it in, and even the fan. I haven't even cleaned the coil because.
Well, that's not good.
Well, I mean, there's nothing in it. I can see right through it.
Right.
I mean, and you'll see guys go at it with acid all the time, which is crazy. Never should you have to use any acid or alkaline, all that stuff. That's all hype. Yep. Like I see you do several times. You go in with a garden, stick water.
Yeah, I don't agree with chemicals either, Mike.
And here's the other thing.
The only time I use chemicals or call cleaner. I mean, I only carry one jug in the truck because I use it so very little. This some bitch has got to be plugged like bad. You know, I mean, if it's so bad,
grease.
You know, well, no, not. I mean, you're not gonna see grease in residential, but you know, dirt and stuff. But if it's, dude, believe me, I've seen some bad ones. If you go back and watch my videos, I will brush that heavy stuff off.
Yeah,
but I will put cleaner to it so that the cleaner can foam that stuff
and push it out. Yeah,
but if it's just a little surface area, or it's regular maintenance, I just use water.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's packed, I think you need to put and I dilute my stuff good. I don't put it heavy, but I do think that you need to put a solution on there to pull that stuff out.
In my early years, I used to go ahead and use the bug sprayer and all that. We cut it 50-50 till the aluminum coils were smoking.
Oh, good God.
and I'd rinse the crap out of it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I use
like shaving cream coming off there, and it'd take all the that black spray paint they like put on it.
Right. I use a coil gun. I don't use a pump sprayer. So you know, you
had those years ago.
Yeah, you can dilute it. You know, you got A, B, C, and D, and E, I think. So you can dilute the hell out of that cleaner.
Yeah.
You know, and I put it on a low setting just to pull that dirt out if it's, you know, impacted.
Here's one that I haven't seen very many guys bump into that I keep bumping into all the time, going off on high head, especially up here this season. I've never cleaned so many coils, and every time I go out there, the coil looks perfectly clean. But Carrier and a lot of these little companies are making this split coil.
Yep.
Where you have to pop the top off, take out the post, and separate the coils, and you'll find it looks like a sweater inside there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And if you got a two-stage, that's when you'll notice that one stage will run, one won't. And that's because when stage 2 kicks in, it can't handle the heat that's being dropped on it from the front coil. The front coil dumps its heat onto the second coil, trying to get through. And when it does that, you'll see the pressure just climb right out.
That's interesting. I didn't know that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, I was working on a 5-ton Nordine today, 3-phase at one of the lodges.
Yeah.
And when I it needed a capacitor for the fan. Yeah. But when I opened that area, it was clean as a whistle. It looked like it was brand new.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. You bump into that. I was working on. Have you ever heard of Williamson?
Yeah, furnaces.
Well, this was a Williamson package rooftop unit, 4-ton. One of the guys went up there and he replaced. He went up there. It was a bad fan motor that had been disconnected for years. So they call us in there. He goes in there, replaces it. And the guy's he's a young rookie. He hadn't been in the field very long. And they call me up and they say, go up there. They're saying that the new fan motor is short cycling. So I go up there and look at it. And I see it's a brand new Dayton motor from Granger. Oh, is it maybe the capacitor? And no, only 2 wires coming out. Well, I checked those, so I know it's got to be a split phase motor. Is it rotating the right way? Yeah, but it's going off real fast. I amp it, 19 amps, and it's rated for 3.1 to 3.3. I said, oh shit! I shut it off real quick. And of course, it's nice and warm, and it's like 92, 93 out. So I got to get this thing up, and I look at the what they got going. I said, let me see this thing. And of course, there's a puddle of water right in front of it. So I pull the motor out and I get out and flip it over. Dual voltage. I kind of suspected this, and the rookie doesn't know. So yeah, I ended up having to rewire it. It was running on 110, and it's 208, 230. So I get it rewired, and of course, 3 amps, right? So what size wire are you going to use for 3 amps? Maybe 16 gauge. 16 gauge will handle up to 10 amps. Well, he had a 10 gauge wire and a 12 gauge wire. And the customer noted this. He said, what, he's running 2 different gauges of wire. What the hell is that? And they were like cables. I mean, you could run a compressor on that. So I yanked those wires out of there, and I run a couple of 16s in there. And now I've got all kind of room in there to wire up my connections. And he puts regular spade connectors on rather than a flag. You need flag connectors, crimp-ons, inside that peckerhead for you to make your connections without shorting out on a cover or something. So I got those all in there. Of course, he's got the wrong size sheave, and he put so I said, oh, it's still overamping. I got it down to 10, about 10 amps. I said, it's still overamping. So I go to adjust the sheave. He's got a fixed pulley on it.
Oh my God.
So here I am down to the store again. Pick up an adjustable sheave. I put the adjustable sheave on, and I open it up, went right down to like 2.8. So I kept closing it until I got up to about 3. So I got my airflow back. And, you know, you look like a genius when you go in there and you get the thing to start running right, you know, for the boss. But these are some of the weird things. I don't know if everybody runs into these kind of situations in the field. But these are some of the things we run into. And the thing had to have been 1985, 1982, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
painted 40, 50 times.
I worked 25 years with the government, carrying air conditioning heating.
Yeah.
And I would Barbara Coleman pneumatics, Johnson Control pneumatics.
Oh,
all that, and
that's a separate field.
Yeah.
When we bump into the pneumatics, now I had some training in pneumatics, but for calibrating thermostats and whatnot. But when it started to get up into receiver controllers, you got to go through slide rules and everything else. I said, I'm not going to get into that. It's a whole new field. And every place I've been to in the commercial side that had pneumatics, they're all unplugged because you got to maintain a compressor, regular maintenance. There's only 3 or 4 companies that'll handle it. Johnson Controls out of Worcester is the main people around here.
Well, that's what they did to us. They went to electronic. They ripped all the pneumatics out because it started to become a pain in the butt.
Yeah. A lot of places, the hospitals that I work at, that's what they're doing. They got all these old pneumatics, and I say, get rid of that crap. You don't need all that crap.
Yeah, the biggest problem with them is you get oil in them or water, and it screws them all.
It'll ruin every thermostat. It'll ruin every thermostat in the entire hospital. Yeah. This one guy was telling us, he said, the customer got real cheap. He postponed the maintenance. He didn't want to do it. And they had an oil separator and a water separator in the compressor. And the oil got into the line. Well, that line going out to like 500 thermostats throughout the hospital.
Yeah.
They had to go out and change out all of these, and they're brass. And they were 2-stage heat, 2-stage cool.
Yeah.
Alex, I do have a 12 gauge, but not Moss. I'm not a Mossberg guy. I'm a
Remington.
No, pretty loyal to Browning and
Savage.
Savage is a good gun, and I like Benelli also.
Yeah. Under over.
Yeah, but I'm a big Browning guy. Ted, where you at, man? Check your text messages, and I sent you a link. And then Rich said he was going to come in here, and I told him to email me. I ain't heard from him either. Yeah, Benelli M4, nice. That's a nice gun, man. Yep. So, did anybody in the chat or anybody watch football tonight? My Saints lost, but it's only preseason.
Who are they playing?
The Saints. I think they played the Vikings, but I mean,
okay. Well, they weren't playing the Browns, but then
hey, dude, you
look good.
Better watch out for the Browns this year.
Yeah, they beat the hell out of who was it they played? They beat the hell out of 31-3.
Yeah, New York, I believe, the Jets. But it's preseason. You can't. Okay, Baker Mayfield and them were in there against it was the Redskins.
It was the Redskins.
Against their second string defense. Okay.
But the Redskins sucked too.
Yeah, but their second string defense was in there.
Yeah.
And
and
you take like tonight
the tryouts.
Right.
They're trying to eliminate people.
And you take like tonight, I'm not worried if the Saints won or not. Drew Brees didn't even see the field tonight. None of our first string.
Brady didn't either.
And yes, we got robbed last year because if I'm sorry, but the Patriots, I'm glad they won because
the Rams shouldn't have been there.
No, but I know you're from Massachusetts and everything, but if the Saints would have won, we'd have kicked y'all's ass in the Super Bowl.
You never know.
I'm glad that the Patriots won though, John.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like they say on any given Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, the new said he wants to join. Do I have your email? The new? I think you've been in here before, but if I have your email, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable typing your email in the chat, put it in the chat and I'll send you a link.
Hey, earlier in the chat, Ted said he's not a fan of microchannel. I don't think any of us are. Let me tell y'all something. I installed a train package unit Monday. I took the panel off where the evaporator coil was.
Yep, it's microchannel.
What, dude?
Yep.
Why? But
you want to hear a bad one that Train did? Train American Standard.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, the new I don't remember what it is. Send me an email at jisraelhvac@gmail.com. I don't remember what your email address is.
I can go ahead and mention something real quick, John.
What's up?
Yeah, my dad's not prepared to do my beard tonight, but it'll possibly be tomorrow. If not,
no, Isaiah, I'm messing with you, man. If you don't want to shave your beard, man, you don't have to shave your beard.
Well, I'm a trimming, honestly, because I'm about to trim this thing.
We were just giving you.
Just tell them that you're Amish.
We were just giving you a hard time, man. If you don't want to shave your beard, you don't have to shave your beard.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come this winter time. I got another room install to do, John.
Okay, that's good. Ted, why are you avoiding me? I've asked you like 3 times why you haven't came in here. Because I sent you a link. Everybody's like, don't shave it. Don't shave it.
Hey, that other thing I was telling you about the American Standard, they actually have this unit I saw at a hotel. I have no idea how they access it. But they have like I think they call it a coaxial fan. Instead of the regular squirrel cage, it looks like one of those real heavy duty air wing type blades.
Yeah. Sorry, Ted. I didn't see your answer.
And anyways, this cone comes down. But where is it? It's out in the middle of the unit somewhere. And the motor is fixed to it. So the only way to get to this motor and the fan blade is to rip the whole top of the unit off and break down the sides to get at the motor.
Huh.
No access to the motor.
That's your good old engineers, I guess. Huh?
And for the
design that shit.
And one of the other new ones they came up with, train. Yeah, it was a train. Probably about 20 ton that I put in.
All right.
It has micro channel, and it was plugged up with that fuzzy stuff, the cottonwood. It was just plugged everywhere.
Yeah, I find that like micro channel evaporator coils, they're hard to clean, man. You can't just brush it, it's
no, they look like little triangles. They look like little tiny triangles, and they're long, like long tubes that go through. That's how they dissipate their heat.
No.
So you have to kind of almost use like dry nitrogen or CO2 or something to try to blow that dust out, and then hit it with water.
I'm gonna hang out.
But yeah, they're bad to clean. They don't.
Thanks for the super chat, Alex.
Mike, what's up, Mike? Tony and Matt and everybody below. No, Matt, Mike, and Tony.
Good night, dude.
Good night, Miss Brenda.
Good night.
I'm not going to bed either, baby.
Nope.
I'm going to make some more.
The only good engineer is one that's worked out in the field.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Chance. I'm not sure.
All right. No, I'm not from New York. No, the Massachusetts and New York are like bitter enemies. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, I remember who you are now. Charlie Brown's texting me saying he tried to join. Well, Charlie, if you're watching, I mean, I sent you a link. I don't know.
Mine told me that if you have Yahoo, the browser, I've got iOS, it won't connect up. You have to go. You got to use Chrome.
Right.
Hey, Michael, you deal with oil up there like Tony does?
Yeah.
Okay, and
I do oil and gas. I do it all.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I asked Tony. I don't know if you're on Facebook or not, but I follow him, Bill McManus. He's like the oil king. Steve Lab knows a good bit too. I don't know.
Steve Lab's got some pretty good knowledge when it comes to oil, but sometimes I saw him condemn a unit, and he said, "Oh, this is here's a shit show. Everything's a shit show.
Everything is a fucking shit show with Steve Lav.
Yeah,
It's shit. I mean, some of the stuff he comes up with. Oh, he'll go on a brand new unit. Oh, this is a shit show, and now he's on this thing about, oh, we're gonna give her the old how you doing.
Yeah.
I ain't never gave a unit a how you doing, but hey, you get after it, man.
Yeah,
John, you forgot the how you doing, mama. That's
yeah. That tells you what kind of troll he is. Yeah. That man has been trolling Fritz for 6 years and will not let that go with the mama stuff.
Yeah.
And then the next level, that's all stuff Fritz used to say. And he'll film his dog taking a shit and say, "Oh, look, she's pushing out a Fritz, mama."
Yeah,
dude, I like
that's what that was about.
Video.
I thought that was.
I'm not saying I don't like his videos. I'm not saying that at all. It's just
he's pretty good with his Rielos. When you see him work on the Rielos, now there's a guy around here
What's up, Ted? I see your comment. What's up?
Teaches Riello, and he writes for a lot of magazines. And of course, he's trying to when you go.
Oh shit! Hold on. My bad, Ted. I didn't see you down there. Ted, are you with us?
Yeah, man. I thought you were gonna make me sweep up or something back here, like I'm the damn janitor.
No, man. You're. I didn't see you down there, man.
No, you got me backstage here. It says, "Oh, you're only backstage."
That's this new program, man. Ted,
me a damn mop and a broom or something back
Ted,
what?
How you doing, man?
Well, I mean, I was all ready to clean up and stuff. Now I got to get up in here. I was doing good. I was getting used to it.
You doing all right, Ted?
That's got to be a trick question.
No, I'm just asking you as a friend. Are you doing all right?
I saw what he wrote I saw what Ted wrote in the private chat, and I'm like, what's he mean? I guess.
The private chat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Ted, look, here's a non-trick question.
I never seen the backstage thing before. That was the first time I saw it.
Well, this is a new program because Hangouts is gone. But let me ask you this, Ted. This is the legit question. You still like Train?
No, sir.
Oh, shit.
I never did like Train.
Troll.
I love Train.
Hold on. I think somebody's trying to get in here.
I love Train. I never did like Train.
Oh, okay. Well, see, Ted always has the answer, gentlemen. Yeah, Isaiah, you're back with us.
I'm train washed too with you, Ted. I mean, granted, that's what my boss is a dealer of, and people call me train washed, whatever. But hey, best of the best, bro. Y'all can say what y'all want.
Compressors are pretty good.
If they only still use them.
Yeah.
I just agree with the mechanical statistic fact that it is the best product money can buy. That's
They
not
didn't
an
say that. What
opinion.
they said was on the Consumer Reports was
What,
it's the
what
least.
day?
It has the
Consumer
least.
Reports. Come on, man. You know better than that.
According
It has the fewest callbacks.
according to Consumer Reports, American Standard is the best and trains like number 3.
Yeah.
And it's the same fucking unit.
And if that doesn't explain to you how Consumer Reports works, then I'm not going to be able to explain it to you. But
no, believe me, Ted, Consumer Reports is the least of my worries.
They're totally gay. Z-Man, how many times have I told you to put down that faggot video game when you're in here?
Oh, shit.
Put that thing down, boy.
I'm watching one of your videos, Ted.
What are you doing? No, you're getting a thumb workout over there. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, but he can watch that kind of stuff on that thing, dude. Hey.
Yeah, keep your hands above the table.
Multitasking.
Thank you, honey.
What'd she do? Throw something at you?
She did. She went and bought me some tobacco.
Oh. Everybody needs that.
Thank you for the super chat, Cindy.
You know what I found was a good unit out there. It was made in Florida. It's one of my customers went ahead and they purchased online somewhere. And I think it was like Comfort Air or Comfort something or other. And they were out of Florida. We have one distributor in Boston that handles them. And each individual branch, it was a heat pump. Each one of the individual lines that come off where the expansion valve is on the outdoor unit was individually encased with like either plastic or some type of fibrous type thing, so it doesn't plug together. You know, had a high pressure and a low pressure, which nobody puts on anymore because you can sell them for less if you don't have any safety devices on, and if the compressor fails, you get to sell them a compressor.
Yeah, I've come across some older Lennox evaporator coils that have that black heat shrink looking stuff on all their feeder tubes, you know. And I had a leak, dude. I had a leak underneath one of those earlier this summer, and you got to scrape that stuff off just to get to it to try to repair it. You know, I don't know.
Hey, Alex, thank you for the super chat, and I'm with you, man. Trump 2020, babe, all the way. Hey, Ted, you can help Matt out. Matt's got a Train TXV that he's having sticking issues with, and it's not because of the
oil.
It's not because of the oil.
They do make oil. You know, they do make an additive that's
add to it. Yeah, I'm getting to that. That's would that work on a TXV, Ted, that Train stuff, even if it's not oil related?
Well, I always try it first, no matter what, and if for nothing else, it'll protect the new valve that you do have to replace. But how do you know what it's related to? If the valve is sticking, how do you know if it's if it's contaminated system?
Oh well, no, I mean,
how do you know what it is?
No, you're right. I mean, I know there was a thing.
It's not in that bulletin. It's not in that period of time.
That's what I meant. Yeah. That's what I meant.
So Copeland did agree to pay for all of the MTX treatment as well as, well, they reimburse it. But Copeland also agreed not to put the anti-corrosive additive in their oil anymore.
Right. So
after the serial number, now I don't know the rest of the manufacturers, but I know with Train, after the certain serial number, you know, it's not supposed to be in there. But supposedly, and I mean, I don't know it for a fact, but supposedly just simply welding your lines on without purging out the oxygen first and welding in an oxygenless environment, you know, supposedly that alone will cause enough buildup to aggravate the little pin, you know, that has to slide in and out of a tiny, and it'll cause the valves to stick, supposedly. I mean, I've seen those valves apart, and it looks to me like that stuff would wash up and eventually get caught in filter dryers, but I guess it could, you know, I guess it could happen, just an impure system.
Yeah.
Well, they
see what's confusing.
All that crap is
change the valve regardless.
They did their brazing after the while they were connecting up the expansion valve. well, all that shit's going to have to go into the expansion valve first. If it's behind the dryer, well, the dryer should catch it.
And what's different about this valve, it's been in there for 10, 15 years, you know, and it's just
What?
all of a sudden.
What is it R22?
Yes, sir.
Change it.
That's what.
Man,
that's the plan.
I'd throw that thing. What is it on your evaporator coil?
Yes, sir.
Is it
Man,
is it one of
I'd
the?
be easy
sorry,
a
Ted.
piston up in that thing right quick and get it over with.
Yeah,
I'd put a piston on it. That'd be the end of that crap, you know.
yeah, I agree with that. Hey, Matt, is it an air handler?
No, sir. It's a furnace with a coil on
yeah.
top of it. Yep.
I got you.
And
Yeah,
it's a
but the
sweat.
thing
It's an
is,
old
man,
school sweat on valve.
You can't put a piston?
Just put a piston in there, man. R22 is so efficient. It doesn't need the thermostatic expansion. It really doesn't. R22 was awesome. I wish they never took it away.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'm with you
Hey,
on that, Ted.
R22, I just bought a jug, $330, 30-pounder.
Yeah, you can get it there. You can get it
Train.
here for that.
Train had sold it. I picked one up yesterday. I couldn't believe it. $330.
Listen to this, guys. I have a pretty reputable source at one of the supply houses we deal with. This dude's pretty sharp. I asked him about the phasing out of refrigerants. He says, I said, is it a rumor they're going to get rid of 410A? He said, in 3 years, Train, Carrier, and Daikin have all said they're going to switch to
R453, R453B.
Something like that. But supposedly the same things happen with 410A. They're going to switch to something else, and you know, but it's
Lower
a racket,
pressure.
man.
Hopefully something with
So
lower
far, that's
pressure.
voluntary, though. So far, that's not a law that's going to force that, like when they took the 22 away and did the phase out. So far, this is appearing to be voluntary.
R22 only has 5% of what 12 did as far as chlorine goes for ozone depletion. So I don't know why they wanted to get rid of it.
Well, you got a lot more residential HVAC failure than you do automotive. There's just a lot more failure to that.
Yeah.
There's just a lot more of that. So that, you know, I understood that. But in my opinion, it was still all about nothing but money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, man. It's a racket.
So they don't say nothing about aerosol hairspray because it's only $4 a can. They can't make no money revamping that, you know.
The other thing was,
and we only lose it by accident or failure. You know, that's the only way we lose our 22.
they don't talk about the hundreds of billions of tons of bromine that are being spewed up from the volcanoes down there in Central America or South America.
Pretty sure you can't stop that, though, Slick.
No, they can't. But they're saying, well, it's the CFCs that are getting rid of the putting a hole in the ozone.
Maybe
Where's
the squad, maybe
hole? The hole
AOC and the
South
squad.
America. That's where the hole is. And then they got the space shuttle. That's the only one that's up 30 miles up there, punching a hole through the ozone layer. And we all know that.
I think you're up there with them, dude.
Yeah. You think about the gases. 22, 12, they're all heavier than air.
Let me ask you this right here, Michael. Are you an AOC fan?
AOC, what is that?
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah, that's that chick, man. Let me tell you what. She's going to develop. No, she's going to develop. It's going to be called the Big Black Ball, and she's going to start capping the volcanoes. She said she had a Super Bowl, a rubber Super Bowl.
No more.
She was in the dollar store where she belongs, and she found a little rubber Super Bowl. She said, we're going to have a giant rubber Super Bowl like this made and put them down in all the volcanoes. It's going to stop all that ozone depletion coming from that.
Yeah.
She's a douche.
Yeah.
There is no better way to describe her.
Yeah, I just don't understand how someone that's never had a job, never owned a business, never run anything is going to tell us how to run our economy. That's brilliant.
Yeah, she was a bartender before she was in Congress.
Man,
And the other
she couldn't
one,
even run a friggin' lawnmower.
he says, go back to where you came from. He didn't say anything about Africa. He was talking about Chicago or
No, that's not what he was talking about. First of all, he did not lead the chant.
yeah.
He didn't start it. He never repeated it. He never said it.
Yep.
He made a funny face. He let him say it for about 13 seconds, and then he finally, sort of talked over it and calmed it down. But he did not lead the chant.
No.
But the chant was "send her back."
Yeah.
Those were the 3 words they were saying was "send her back."
Yep.
But
And which
back to
I
where?
agree with. I agree. Well, actually, Omar Ilhan Philhan, whatever her
Somalia.
dumbass name is, let her go back over there. If she doesn't like the way it is here, let her
That's
go
right.
back over there and
No, because
wear
when
that
it gets
turban
tough,
over there and not
what she
drive a
does
car.
is she cut and run. That's what she did in her own country. She was not willing to fight for her own country. She wanted to go where somebody else already did all the fighting.
I wouldn't be too worried about the left right now. They're making ass hats out of themselves. They're making damn sure that they don't get anybody elected.
Right. And they try to twist everything that Trump says. And I know a little bit about that because I got people on YouTube that do that to me. But he said that
wait a minute. Are you saying that me and Adam are not going to have a super chat war in here tonight? I've been waiting on you.
No. You're not going to see Adam in here.
I didn't want to bring it up. All right, man.
But Trump, all he said was, if you don't like it here, you can leave. What's wrong with that? I feel the same way. You don't like it here, leave. But Ted hit the nail on the head. The left is going to get Trump reelected. They think that they are helping Bernie and Joe and all them, but all they're doing is reelecting Donald Trump, which is fine for me because I love Donald Trump.
Dude, he has, last time he ran on just his promises. Now he has proof of what he's done the past 4 years. So it's even going to be, facts, man. You can't compete with facts. So
that's the bottom line. Are you better? What did Reagan say? Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago?
Yeah. I mean, man, look, people can say what they want.
Actually, I'm 4 years older. I don't know about
that. People can say what they want. The man has done a hell of a job. Running this country.
And been fought against more than anybody ever in the history.
He's done a hell of a job while our Democrat Congress people and the media instead of trying to work with him.
All 3 major corporate broadcasting companies are against him, and they mention every time they're so anti-president. I've never. When we were kids, it was always the same thing. Yeah, you all had election. Whoever wins, you support him. Well, the Democrats and the Republicans keep trying to blame the president for their woe.
They're wasting all of our. They're wasting all of our money. They're wasting all of our money doing
investigations.
That's it. Investigations on Trump.
Witch hunt.
Yeah, a witch
hunt. Let me ask you, John. You're talking about football. Let me ask you. You see where ESPN took one little bitty quote out of context, one little bitty line, and said Trump said he would love for Colin Kaepernick. I call him Colin. Colin Kaepernick to, play for the NFL again. He said he would love that. That is not at all what he said. What he said made it. And if you watch the whole, it was just a little.
I didn't see that.
It wasn't really an interview. Well, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
ESPN sent it out on their little app.
Right.
But what he said was, and he made it plain as day. What he said was he's not good enough, and that's why he's not signed. He said, sure, I think Kaepernick ought to get signed for a position with the NFL if he's good enough. Right. Well, but he said, the next sentence he said was, I know those guys over there, and if he was good enough, they would sign anybody. they'll do anything to win a football game, and
Right.
he would, he already had a job.
The guy that
So,
beats the hell out of his
so
kids with a whip.
they take that out of context. Well, actually, it's a black guy that was adopted by rich white people that's never seen the ghetto in his life.
Absolutely.
That's fussing and bitching about ghetto, and then he also joins a religion that harbors slaves. But none of that really matters.
Right.
But regardless, they took one line of it, where Trump was very sarcastically saying that. He was very making it clear that, if he was good enough, he'd already have a job.
That's right.
But, so they put it on there. Oh yeah, I'd love to see him get a job. Put that on there like that. I mean, that's media for you. They twist and spin everything.
And when he was running for president, the football players started coming back at him because this was before he was elected, and he said, "What?" Because this was Trump's exact words. Quote: "Wouldn't you like to see one of these NFL owners, when one of their players takes the knee, go get that son of a bitch off the field? He's fired. Get rid of him." So then the NFL players come back and say, "Oh, we don't want him in there. He's calling the NFL players son of a bitches." It's good God.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that would have got him some more votes if he'd have said that.
He did say it, but I mean, I don't know, man.
But it's over and it's done and it's gone. And the thing is,
and he's president.
The real problem is the dude really just wasn't a very good quarterback, regardless of his, disrespect that I don't believe in. Regardless of that, dude just wasn't really that good.
No, he wasn't. I mean,
I'm sorry, he just wasn't.
No, I mean, he went to a Super Bowl and didn't do very well.
Choked. Yeah, it's called a choke.
Yeah, exactly.
It's called a choke.
And then Trump, man, for him to take so much flack and so much criticism that no former president has even seen 1% of, and for him to just let it roll off his back and keep this economy going and country, how can you not respect the man? I don't care who you are. I'm surprised his tweets and all that stuff aren't even worse the way they treat him. It's unfair. It's insane. It's insanity. I don't know. It just makes me want to vote for him even more when they bash him.
Well,
I'm serious.
Twice if I could. Z-Man, look, give me your address down there, Z-Man. Give me your address. I'm coming to get that damn controller.
Hey, speaking of which, John,
gay ass video game down. Put it down.
Yeah.
Throw it away. Put it in the trash
John,
can. Put it in the trash can.
What's up, Isaiah?
wait, what about, I just bought a drama 22 a couple months ago for about $310 at the supply house.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's down. It's down over here.
I think a lot of people are going over to new 22. You don't have to do an oil change.
437A is a good retrofit, I find, because you don't lose any cooling capacity at all.
But
the rest are identical to 22.
22 is a great gas. As long as I'll tell you, if it's like $3.30 for a 30-pounder, and you'll notice when you buy new 22 or any of the other gases, they're not 30-pounders; they're 25. And they say,
I know
they're like $250, $280 for one of those tanks. Well, it's almost the same price, and it's 5 pounds short.
I've never seen
a 30-pound jug for 25 pounds.
Yeah, speaking of guys,
you read the tanks. It says like the new 22 or 422B.
Mm-hmm.
And
that ain't 22. That's
422B is a 25-pound tank. They put it in a 30-pounder. It's a 30-pound tank, and it's stenciled right on there, 25 pounds.
Yeah, you can fill your lighter up with it too.
410A is only 25 pounds as well.
Yeah. So it's another $100, and you got a good low pressure gas. I've actually used 22 on low temp down to 20 below zero on a freezer.
What's a freezer? Freezer. What's that?
Yeah,
how you spell that?
Yeah.
What do you got against? Let me just ask you that. What do you got against the letter R?
Yeah.
So when you sing your ABC, let me hear you sing the ABC song.
Right.
How many letters you gonna skip there, Michael?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I
You and
bumped
my
it.
buddy Steve Lav, he does the same thing up there.
Yeah.
Are-
Well,
how
that, yeah.
close? How far from you are Steve Lav? Are you? How
Well,
far do you live?
He's in Dartmouth, so he's about, I'd say, an hour and a half.
He's in
from
what? What'd you say he's in?
Dartmouth. That's
How the
right
hell
up
you spell that? I ain't never heard of that either.
DAR.
Down here in the south, DA what? Whoa, hold on, DA what?
DAR.
I
Yeah, yeah.
down here in the south, we drag stuff
I
out.
know you guys say
Yeah.
R.
Well, some of us say Ara,
Yeah.
but that ain't me.
Hey, Ted. On another
What's up,
subject,
Brad?
man, you ever put in or deal with the Maristar for some reason?
No,
Where
he
our
does not.
distributor-
He does not. You're wasting your time.
But that's
Tell
like
you
our
what, buddy.
that's
You'll
like
find a snowball in hell before you find me putting one in there.
well, it isn't that like the Chinese train, like it's the
No,
budget.
it is
Oh
not.
no, please, Matt, don't
ain't
open
you
up
a
this
dumbass?
box of worms.
Come on,
I
man.
mean,
What the hell's a Chinese train? Really?
for some reason, our train distributor offers a Maristar to
They
where
all,
all
Matt,
the customer
Matt,
can't
they all
afford
do.
it.
Matt, you're doing it, man. They,
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
they,
sorry.
they all do. All train and American Standard distributors have a Maristar.
Until January 1st.
Okay, Ted says until January
Really?
1st, we had a big.
To do.
You know what, Ted? Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you because I know it's
I didn't
killing
know.
you.
Hey.
So, Matt, listen to Ted.
No, I'm just saying
okay.
that.
No, Ted, I'm not mad at you, man. I like hearing. Look, when I want to know something about train, I come to you because I have all the confidence in the world that you know everything there is to know. So,
And he does.
please explain it to him.
I'm just saying they're unaffiliated with Train. They're owned by the same. Okay, so Ingersoll Rand until January 1st. You realize they bought controlling interest of Train. So
Yes.
Ingersoll Rand owns Train. So all of these tools that you see out here that are made by Ingersoll Rand, what all do you see? Like lifts and lulls and forklifts and all
Air
that.
compressors.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Those are all Trains. Based on your theory, that's all Train stuff. Right?
I see what you're saying.
I mean, if we're going to be affiliated with Amerifag, you're going to affiliate us with that Chinese piece of shit. I'm just saying, man. It's a Chinese product that Ingersoll Rand owns. Okay? Train doesn't own it. Train never owned it. Train never owned it. Train never will own it. As of January the 1st, Ingersoll Rand will no longer own controlling interest of Train, and we will become Train again. Now, in order to keep those market shares that the dumbasses want to keep, and I have no idea why they want to keep that low-end market share, they've come out with two new pieces of crap. One's going to be called, believe it or not, a damn Rocks box or something like that, Ox box.
Yeah,
and that's going to be
right now. Oxbox is actually the same unit as Ameristar.
Well, it's going to be made in Tyler, Texas, and it is going to be sold in the American Standard rat holes. And then Train is going to make
American Standard distributors.
Correct.
Okay.
We don't have distributors here, and that's why I hate distributors. And it screws up our brand because they charge like 10 prices, and everybody hates them.
Right.
So the Train rat holes are going to sell a product called Run Right or Run True. Run True. Now, if you remember the old Train XB300 piece of crap,
you talking about that little bitty square unit?
No, it was the one with the damn chicken wire cover that didn't even have louvers.
Yeah. Got you.
Piece of crap, man. So it reminds me of that, but it's not exactly that product. I mean, that was a major failure. So anyway, the Train distributors and Train outlets both will have that for sale. Then the American Standard ones will have the Ox boxes, whatever they are. Now, here's another rumor that comes from a really high up place, so it can't really be a rumor. It's just not public yet. but you're going to be able to buy those Train products, and they will be Train products. Ameristar never was and never will be, but these two cheap pieces of crap that I'm talking about now are going to be Train manufactured and sold products. And they will also put those in other distributors, not just Train outlets and Train distributors. So you are likely to get them. They will be the pieces of crap, and you are likely to see them in Ferguson and the alikes. I don't know who else will have them.
Are these going to be contractor models?
Oh yeah, they're going to be pieces of crap, low end pieces of junk. I got pictures of them. You can't have no safeties on a unit. Now they won't have low pressure. They'll do everything they can to save every single $7 they can save on each unit. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how the hell anybody lets them give compressor warranties without low pressure switches.
Yeah,
but some of the old XP trains did not have a low pressure switch.
Yeah,
right.
And you know that if it's completely empty of Freon and still running, it's not moving any oil.
Right.
No.
That compressor is going to be toast in some period of time. And so I think it's really stupid not to spend that $7.
Yeah.
And, and put that low pressure switch, but the high pressure switch is law. You'll never see a unit without a high pressure switch. Not that it was built in America. That it was built in America. That's actually law. There has to be more than one fail safe for high pressure. But there's also if you some compressors, because of their bypass standards, some of them have a plug that'll blow out of them.
Yeah, fusible plug. Yeah,
right. But I don't think Copeland ever has to do that.
On the what do you call it? The receiver tank also. You'll have a fusible plug on there.
Oh yeah. So from heat or pressure.
450.
It can relieve
65.
Well, it's more than that for 410A units, but
it
can relieve itself. And
well, some of them were resettable. They would actually dump out and they could reset. Henry made those.
I don't know if anybody would spend that much money on those. You're talking about a sophisticated piece of equipment. I'm talking about residential HVAC, which is a fight to the death market share. Hey, who we got over here, John? Who's Rich?
I don't know. He was sitting in the whatever it is y'all see when y'all come in, and so I let him in. Rich, are you with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
All right, cool. How have you guys been? It's been a little while since I've been in here.
Doing good. How about yourself?
Not bad at all.
Ted, CC the cat in the chat says, "Long live Goodman and Ameristar."
I love CC the cat, man. Do you know who that is?
I don't.
CC the cat is actually, well, for one, it's an awesome cat. It goes for walks on leashes and stays right there and does what he says do. But that's actually Wet Boy. That's actually my California buddy.
Oh, that's Wet Boy. Okay.
Yeah. And and the cat is totally awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. That's his cat.
Do you understand now, Matt?
That's what I'm saying. Now I understand Ameristar is clearly under Ingersoll Rand.
But it is not a train.
Not trained.
Okay. Let's make a rule here. Because I really like this Matt guy. Let's just say he can't say the word Ameristar ever again.
You got my word.
Let me ask.
Not in here, but just anywhere in your whole life. Don't ever say that.
Well, hold on.
Well, we put a system in too.
Hold on, Matt. I got a question. Hold that thought.
Go for it.
Okay, because Ted, he works for one of the gabillion train dealers that we have here. And so, Ted, let me ask you how you feel about this, and then I'll get back to it real quick, Matt. Matt, how many train dealers would you say are in our area, like the Lafayette, Abbeville, all the surrounding area? About 20?
Yep, probably so. 10 to 20 for sure.
No. There's more than 10. How would you feel about that, Ted, if you had 20 train dealers in your area?
We actually have 32.
And how many and what mile radius?
Yeah.
Basically in the upstate.
No, but I mean, like, for example, I'm talking about a 30-mile radius here. We have about 20 train dealers.
Yeah, I'd say that the 32 we have is probably closer to, well, now a radius, meaning that in the center of it, you can go 30 miles, only 15 in each direction, though, right? If you pick the center of the radius.
I guess.
Diameter.
Yeah.
Radius is from where you are.
Right. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, you might be an educated man, but I ain't. I'm a redneck. That's why I'm trying to clear it up.
Well, they call
I would say it's about a 50 mile.
You're thinking
Okay,
diameter.
so about a 50-mile diameter is close guesstimation as to where all of our. It may be more than that. It may be 60-mile diameter. It could be 30 miles in any direction, and we've got 32. Some of them might be a tad further than that.
damn. Okay, so Matt works for a guy that they're trained, but do y'all do Ameristar, Matt?
He can't say.
We do that brand. That's an option for the customer if they don't want to pay the price for train system. My boss says, "Hey, we can put you in a lower
end
other system."
That's effort right there, man. I got to give that guy A for effort. You email me your address, man. I'll send you a T-shirt, man.
I can't let him in HVACR because we're maxed out right now. This program only allows 6 people.
John, I'm gonna log off anyway. Thanks anyway.
Oh, you're logging off, Tony?
Yeah, thanks for letting me come in.
No problem, man. Yep, thanks.
All right.
Thanks for joining.
Good night, Tony.
Take care, guys.
Have a good one.
Okay, now there's room for Alex if he wants to come in.
Who's HVACR?
I have no idea.
Chris? That might be Chris.
I don't think that's him.
HVACR videos?
No. This is a different guy. Matt dropped out, but he'll be right back. He's got internet issues.
Matt drops out an awful lot. I think
he does.
Drops out and
yeah. See, he's back already. There he is.
He drops out and does a little Ameristar chant about 10 in a row. Then he comes back in here and he's got it out of his system.
No comment.
Now you need to tell them guys you work for. They need to quit that.
Well, we put one in. We put a said system in.
Put your email address in the chat, Alex, and I'll send you a link through email.
And I installed said condenser with a train evaporator coil in a double wide mobile home yesterday.
Oh my God! Now see now, man, you get in the territory now, but you just man, you come up here and try that, buddy.
Well, I'm just a slave, pretty much. So
well, Dan, if you really want to join, you can keep your camera turned off like Ted and Rich here.
Oh, you need my camera? Hold on. I'm Charlie Brown. There you go.
Oh no, it's got to be turning, Ted. It's not the same thing.
I hate ceiling fans. I don't want it turning. Charlie Brown's pretty cool, man. I talked to him a couple of days ago. He's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, he is.
He's all right. I think maybe some of the people think that he's like choosing one side or another. And honestly, he just doesn't want to be in that and doesn't want any sides, or at least that's what he told me. So, you know.
He told me he got kicked out of Shop Talks chat earlier tonight.
I doubt that. I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe.
So, are you still doing Outlaw?
Like that? But where if he told you that, where's he at anyway?
I don't know. I sent him a link.
Yeah, he's other than the ceiling fan, he's a lot of fun. Now he'll get you dizzy because he takes his phone and walks around in circles with his phone, looking down at. I guess he has to go outside to smoke or whatever. So
yeah. All right, Alex. I sent you a link, Alex. Yeah, Charlie was in the chat earlier.
I mean,
Hey,
have you guys seen an increase in business on sales compared to like last year?
Well, I know since Trump's got the economy going, it seems like people are spending money. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but we can't really compare, Matt, because we have, I think, the second to worst economy in the country. Because
Louisiana is.
Yeah, and that's because of that fabulous Democrat governor we have right now.
And you are voting in October, right, John?
I am, and I'll tell the word. I don't give a shit. I'm voting for Ralph Abraham.
Yep.
What party is he?
Republican. I'm sorry, man. I don't care whose feelings I hurt. I'm a diehard Republican.
Yeah, our governor has got
our governor's a piece of shit. He's a fucking Democrat.
We got the oil field is huge down here, and we got people leaving to go to work in Texas because it sucks so much down here. It's sad, man. People are leaving the oil field.
What's that?
You guys have unemployment?
Shit, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's hiring up here.
Dude, like I said, we have one of the worst economies in the country because of our governor. Sammy C. Bobby Jindal, I mean, he was a Republican, but he did good things for the state and some bad things.
Yeah, until you had that big thing of water come in and fill up New Orleans.
Well, I mean, you can't blame that on him. I mean, that's just the shitty levees. They've been like that forever.
Yeah, but wasn't it the Corps engineers were supposed to come in? And now I heard that the improvements that they made held up on those levees down there.
Yeah, I mean it's better, but New Orleans can't take another flood like that.
Oh, well, it's below sea level. I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot to go ahead and fill in a hole.
Nope.
Yeah, and hey, we had a very, very small hurricane, I guess, about a month ago, and
they over exaggerated that shit.
Yeah, but it's a lot better. I'll tell you, if I was living in that area and I started hearing category 1, 2, or 3, I'm going to visit my relatives or something. I'm going north. I'm
not us. We party. We get beer.
Wait a minute. What did he say? He's going north.
Yeah, well, north of New Orleans.
You go any further north, you're going to be in
the hole and say, I'll ride it out. Yeah, right up.
Can't go any further north.
John, how far are you from the Louisiana area?
I live in Louisiana.
Like where Katrina hit, that hit you guys years ago, or?
Oh yeah, it hit us too.
Okay.
I mean, not as hard as New Orleans, but yeah, we still got hit.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, we still got hit hard.
But we're about 2 hours, maybe give or take a little more west of
New Orleans.
So.
Yeah.
I used to have a friend in the Army. He was from Monroe.
Oh yeah, Monroe. That's up north. See, me and Matt here, we live in the same town.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you guys work together once in a while, side work, or?
Not yet. I got something in the works for us right now that Matt might help me out with.
Better not be one of them pieces of crap.
No, I don't think John will touch one of that. Oh Lord, what is this?
Who is this?
What's up?
What's up?
Oh no,
Alex, what's going on?
How you doing?
Dude, I'm in my underwear, so I didn't turn on my camera. I will next time.
Not who, Ted?
Just that big loud "what's up" for a minute. I thought it was Curtis.
No, it's not Curtis.
I was gonna say I got to go get another blood pressure pill. I got Matt on my side now, though, to help me team up on Curtis. He'll say that forbidden word 12 times in one sentence.
That son of a bitch loves that equipment, man.
How long have you guys been in HVAC?
What's that?
How long have you guys been in HVAC?
I've been in it since I'm a teenager. Grew up in it with my father.
Like
Collectively in here combined, it'd probably be about 200 years.
Probably so. I've been in it for 16, give or take.
Nice.
1990 for me.
And I got 30, and Michael over there's got 70.
I'm going out about a year.
My dad's got about 37, I believe.
Nice. I just passed my contractor's license in Florida here, and it's pending right now. It takes another 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I'm a baby.
You're green.
I'll bet you there's a whole lot of business over by Panama City.
I'm in Orlando. But I don't know if I'm green because I don't know. A lot of people aren't passionate about it, so they don't learn and they're not technical. But out here, it's pretty sloppy. You know, it's,
Right,
Dude, you're in Orlando? Really?
yeah, Orlando's pretty sloppy. Like you'll go behind people and you'll see some.
Orlando's friggin' awesome, man. That's where all the parks and stuff are.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun town.
The Mickey Mouse town.
It's getting super liberal though. It's getting a little weird.
Really?
Florida?
Well, Florida is a swing state, so you never know.
All you gotta do is cut their AC off.
He lost the vote by like it was like a couple thousand votes. He lost. The Democrat guy running for sheriff has like 3 felonies and 4 misdemeanors, and he was a businessman. He almost won.
Hey, everybody in the chat is asking you to speak up. India, hear you.
Yeah.
You can hear me or no?
Yeah, we can, but the guys in the chat are saying they can't hear you.
I'm on my iPad. I don't know. Is that better now?
We'll have to wait.
Mike.
Can you maybe turn your volume up?
Let me get my headphones. Hold on. Let me connect it to the iPad.
Okay.
There you go. That'll do it if it's got a mic
I was
on
struggling
it.
to hear a little bit.
My wife is bringing my headphones, so I'll have them in about 2 hours.
I can't figure out 2 hours. Can't figure out how to watch the chat here. The one with the chat on YouTube is like way behind. It's lagging
looks like
behind.
we lost Matt again. Let me let him back in. Welcome back again, Matt.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
No, man, it's all good, man.
It's a revolving door.
It is.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
Rich HVAC. We don't really need to know that, man. That's like a mental picture that
Ted,
nobody.
how many men have you killed in your life?
How many what?
How many people have you killed?
Me?
Yeah, 2, 3.
Counting today.
Yeah.
Hey, Chance, thanks for coming in, bud. It's always good to see you, man.
Where the hell's he going?
I don't know.
That's going to be no more wrenches left.
Matthew, you really don't have to have a setup, dude. You can do this on your phone, on an iPad, or whatever you want to do. But we're maxed out right now. We got 6 people in here. This Google Hangouts used to allow 10, but this program only allows 6.
John, you said there's no more Hangouts. They ended it.
Google Hangouts does not exist anymore. That's why I'm using this new platform.
As of like a week or 2 ago?
As of August 1st.
Wow. That was great. I loved it. We had a ton of people in there from time to time.
Yeah, but, hey, at least we got this because I didn't know, and I'm glad Mike Pallas made a video on it because I wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for him. So, because I didn't know what was going to happen. But, yeah, you can only get 6 people in this program.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that Sammy C dude. I got busted on a hot mic with him.
And what's cool about this program is that the lag is really, really short on YouTube. Like
I noticed that too.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, it's only like a 2-3 second lag. Hangouts was like a good 10 seconds.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Rich HVAC. Yeah, you got his number. I'll call him up.
Ted, any clue why Train is using microchannel in their package units? Have you had any leakers or problems, or why do you think they did that? It doesn't make sense to me.
I haven't had any because I don't buy them. So
how do you feel? Well, yeah, but Ted, you got
option? Do you have an option?
Yeah, but Ted, you
Yeah,
have a lot of
by the
package
premium.
units. You have a lot of package units on houses. So how are you going to get around it?
By the XLs.
Oh,
I don't buy it.
so the
Yeah.
XL package units don't have a microchannel evaporator.
I haven't seen one in them yet.
How are you going to feel if they do?
You really need me to answer that question? I'm pretty sure you know the answer to that.
Well, okay. All right. I know the answer, but what are you going to do if they are, and you got a package unit job?
Well,
He's gonna put in a said brand package.
No, would you go?
pretty-
Would you start doing ICP package units?
Well, two things here. Number one, blow it out your ass, Matt. And number two, I'm pretty important locally, but I'll tell you what, when it comes to the corporation and the manufacturer, you know, you've heard the term drop in a bucket. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to mean nothing to them, but no, I hate ICP package units too. I really like the line. I really like the equipment, but I hate their gas packs. I mean, I just friggin' hate them, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever have to change a dang flue motor on one, induced draft motor on one,
You're talking about ICP?
Yeah,
they're a pain in the ass.
You'll grow to hate them too. I mean, you got to pull that board, all kind of crap. It's just a real pain.
I've done a couple. I agree. Wait, so Cindy, are you saying that? Because I know, yes, I'm using the free version. Are you saying if I use the paid version, you can do more than 6 people?
I think so.
Yeah. So, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I'll look into it. I don't mind paying for it.
I was told that Google Hangouts is still there. It's just not affiliated with YouTube anymore, and you can't have the chat on.
That may be true, but I know, it won't broadcast to YouTube either.
I just don't know what good it would be without the chat because, you know.
Right. And not only that, it won't go to your YouTube channel either, from what I understand.
Because
wait, who did we lose?
Unrelated to.
Oh, yeah,
Michael.
Alex. Yeah. Oh, J-Neg. Hold on, bruh. Watch it, man. ICP is good stuff.
Wow, who said that? What'd they say?
ICP are the worst. Unless he's talking about that package
ICPs
unit.
More like a York anyway?
No, ICP is a Carrier product.
Aren't they made in York, Pennsylvania?
No.
Where are they made?
Tennessee. ICP has nothing to do with York.
Yeah, York got real confusing years back. They went from York to and there was York International.
Hey, John knows about the York thing. York used to be good.
Borg,
but didn't you say
Borg Wagner.
Yark. It's Yark. Get it right.
Yeah.
Get it right. It's Yark.
York is not.
Garbage.
It is.
Oh, they're junk now.
It used to
be good users.
It
did.
Be a good unit. It used to be before Johnson Controls bought them. Johnson Controls owns them now.
Oh, they're junk now.
Yes. No, ArcoAir is not its own company. ArcoAir is an ICP brand. That's it. York is buying Train. That's a.
Oh my gosh. So here's a fun fact for you, the big Carrier fans out there. When you compare Carrier condensing units, residential condensing units, to ICP residential condensing units, in the soft sound, the premium ICP residential unit, more of those are made in America than Carrier residential condensing units. More of those are actually made in Mexico. That's what I was told today.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not doubting that, but I've been to the
factory. I was also told all the package units are made in Mexico.
And that may be true, but I know the condensing units. I've been to the factory in Tennessee.
So what do you think is worse, made in Mexico or made in China?
There's no question which is worse than that. But the fact is, before United Technologies took over, before they bought ICP, they were an American-made products.
Right.
And they didn't immediately start combining factories. And there's some slight differences in the products, but it's mainly just cosmetics. They just look different is all.
Yeah, it's all cosmetics now because
the same components.
a few years ago they were separate, but now it's all the same. It's just a little bit of cosmetic here and there, but other than that, it's literally, because all the condensers, Carrier, Bryant, Payne, and all the ICP brands are all made in that same building.
Wait a minute, who's this Rich HVAC? You see that, dude? I'm telling you, that name was in one of my giveaways.
I don't know, man. Yeah, Rich
trying to have him a good time.
I think he is. Rich, I'm pretty sure you're fucking around, man. But if on the slim chance that you're not, you're dead wrong.
Heard they're gonna
look. Hey, Ted, look at Henry C. HVAC. York could only improve train.
What is that? What is that logo Henry C. has?
It looks like a set of gauges. Yeah. Hey, Ted, have you got you a set of the new S-Mans yet?
Or is that Inspector Gadget, or is that gauges? I don't know. I've got the 380. I don't have the 480 yet.
Yeah, I got the 380 too. I like the 380. Yeah. There's Kelly. What's up, Kelly? Did you got a grandbaby yet?
Kelly's probably drunk. It's late at night.
I know he was waiting on his grandbaby to be born.
He done got a liquor buzz going. Get him in here.
I can't right now. I have to boot somebody. Not yet.
Don't boot Matt. He's been good. He hasn't said the forbidden word.
Thanks.
Micro channel is the new way. God, I hope you're joking, Brad.
How much of the company's lost on that invention?
So now, Ted, one thing you did kind of dodge a little bit was you never did give me a clear answer. If the XLs are micro channel evaporators, are you still going to sell them?
Well, I'm not going to have any choice, but I'm going to be really good and pissed off.
I hear you, man.
I don't see that happening, but I'll tell you this. Now, I know you remember back when I say we, all the manufacturers first started changing over to aluminum coils.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of them had problems. ICP was one of the worst, but not just them.
You talking about, when they went to aluminum evaporators?
Right. Everybody, until they learned to weld and until they got the processes ironed out. Maybe one day, I just don't see why they would try, and I don't see why it would happen, but maybe one day they'll perfect that micro channel crap.
Right.
But I just don't see the point, man. I really do not see the point. I don't get it. It's got to be because it's cheaper to make. It can't be. They think it's more efficient.
Aluminum cheaper than copper.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot cheaper.
Hey,
AirPod guy, are you there?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say, John. I don't think we can hear it.
No, we can't. We can't hear him at all.
So,
dude, get a mic or get the boot.
I
think he got the boot.
I went ahead and booted him, and look, dude, no disrespect, we just couldn't hear you. So,
we're trying to get Kelly in here, somebody that's drunk we can raise hell with.
Hey, Kelly, I sent you a link if you want to come on in.
Kelly, get your drunk ass in here, buddy. I can say ass on John's channel.
You can pretty much say anything you want on my channel.
Well, that's about as bad as it's going to get with me, but
that and gay.
Gay is not a cuss word. Gay means happy.
Yeah, but you were on a channel one time that was frowned upon.
Hey, Michael, I got a question. It's code down here, John. When we install a furnace, we do 80%ers. You cannot have the gas flex inside the furnace cabinet.
Oh no,
correct?
no, you can't do that. No.
Is it like that up north, Michael?
You can't have what?
A gas flex, a flex connector.
Oh, they just started permitting flexible gas, but I think it's only for like short connections.
Yeah, but what he's saying is you can't penetrate a furnace cabinet with it.
I gotta say,
I'm not sure. I mean, we don't do a lot of like
Who said that? Who
we
said
never
you can't
use
do
flex. Period. We don't use flex.
Right.
My company doesn't. We use steel pipe.
Hey,
All
who
of it is
said
steel
that?
pipe. There's nowhere that.
I must have missed that video, Ted, or I hadn't watched it yet. Mark Anderson said, "What did the customer decide to do on the power washed package unit?"
Well, first of all, he tells me that.
And
all
hold on,
he
before
did-
you answer that, when did you upload that video?
Just a few hours ago.
Oh, okay, that's why I hadn't watched it yet. Okay, go ahead.
Well, first of all, the customer said all he did was took the hose, the water hose to it. And I said, dude, I'd die to have your water pressure. But
yeah,
he had it was a nozzle, nothing but a nozzle, and hosed it off, and he didn't realize it. So he went out there and looked at it, and he asked me for a price on a new one, and he's basically going to run it till it dies. I did not put gauges on it or anything. I'm quite sure the head pressure, like, how, and it's one of those we were talking about. It's an ICP package unit, which I did find out, by the way. My company actually installed that thing 8 or 9 years ago. I just didn't remember it.
Microchannel?
No, it's not microchannel. It's an ICP gas pack. And because I sold them back in 2009 and 2010. A few of them in 2011, but anyway, so you remember how they've got 4 sides. They got 2 short sides and 2 long sides of the condenser coil up top, goes all the way around. Well, he smashed flat one hole, the front, one whole long side, part of the 2 sides. So it's only got 1 full coil left, the back side. So
I'll have to check that video out. I hadn't got
he asked me what I
yet.
thought. Well, I didn't even notice it, man. I'm getting old, I mean, I didn't even notice it. I was there. I changed the capacitor. I said, man, this is going to be another one of boring videos. I'm not even going to put it up, because I'm so tired of putting the same crap. Hey, look, there's what's his name?
Yep, there he is.
Ceiling fan dude.
What's up, Kelly?
That's not ceiling fan, is it? No.
Yeah, Charlie Brown.
Oh yeah, he's in the chat. Yeah, I tell you.
The chat.
You keep uploading all them capacitor videos, man. You're gonna start getting made fun of, like me.
Well,
what's up, Kelly?
Hey guys.
I just video everything.
Man, it was a long day. I got home and got on the whiskey a little too early. Falling asleep.
I was wondering why you wasn't in here earlier when I first started.
Yeah, I was planning on it. Hell, I even started a pot of coffee, and I never got to it.
Hey, Mike, it looks like other people in the chat are saying that they can't use flex up north. Like maybe y'all just can't use them. Use flex. I know I'm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they made it legal that you could use it, that yellow flex stuff. But as you'll see, like when you see Steve Lav, he pulls that stuff off there. He pipes it in hard pipe. I don't know of anybody that would put in flex. I mean, it's to me, it looks just too damn dangerous. It looks like a leak waiting to happen.
Like,
it's actually
whether it's code or not, I don't know.
It's actually more safe than a rigid pipe going into the valve.
Yeah, because that way you got some
movement.
Play. Yeah, some play.
Yeah, when somebody
matter of fact, in California, I could be mistaken. So before somebody out there says something, I don't know this for a fact, but I believe I'm right. I think like in California and other states that have earthquakes, you have to have a flex.
I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you can't.
Well, that would make sense.
You can't.
Just like in Massachusetts, you can use BX. When I was stationed in Alaska, they were looking at me like I was crazy. They don't have any.
Speaking of that, but you can't penetrate a cabinet with it. Matt, what is the deal with all these AC guys around here? I go to these units and they got fucking BX for whips outside.
What?
Yes, it's crazy. I get comments on my videos all the time saying
that's not waterproof.
I know it's not, and people and guys are like, "Why'd you put BX on there?" It's like, motherfucker, I didn't install this unit. I'm just fixing it. But Matt, what the hell is that around Lafayette?
Yeah.
And with BX outside. I
I
remember.
don't know.
Maybe at
man.
one time it was. They do have some stuff that looks like BX, but
No,
it's plastic coated.
no, bro. This shit is BX. Because I remember when I first moved here and I started running service calls here, I went on one of my first calls and I was like, is that fucking BX as a whip? And I went up to it and yeah, dude, it's fucking BX.
Yeah,
that
I don't know.
Right.
I see it too. You would think.
Now y'all don't install it, huh? Y'all take do y'all take it out if it's there?
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
I don't even know what it is.
And
man. What the
we
hell is
use
BX?
seal type. You know.
Yeah, liquid tight. Yeah,
yeah, liquid tight,
What is
seal tight.
BX?
BX is Greenfield with wire already pre-run.
Yeah, the metal
stuff.
Metallic tubing.
Yeah,
flexible
man,
metallic
that's
tubing.
that indoor.
That's right.
Stuff.
Yeah,
These
for indoor, anything
these
that has
fuckers-
vibration. If it's got
these
vibration,
fuckers-
it's
these
supposed
fuckers over here are using that shit as a whip outside.
That's gay. It ain't. It
Yeah.
ain't.
It ain't waterproof.
that was done by a homeowner.
It ain't
I'm telling you,
waterproof.
that's or somebody's
every
nephew.
every fucking one you go on is full of water. Like when you go to change a contactor or something, and you take the two high voltage legs off the bottom, you can see the fucking water down inside that BX.
Oh yeah. Well, you see it a lot of. I see it a lot of times.
Dude. I think he uses it. Henry C. I think he uses it. I think he said that in the chat.
Oh,
Are they coming out of a disc?
Oh no, he said hacks.
Yeah. Kelly, they put a disconnect on the wall, and the whip is made out of BX.
That's crazy.
Sammy C. What don't you like about me? He said something. Oh, there it is. Effing Ted. Sammy C. If you're gay, I don't mean anything by it. Where I'm from, gay means happy.
Yeah, he's right because I say it all the time too. If you hear Ted say, "Oh, that's gay," he's not making fun of gay people.
No, I'm not. If they want to pack fudge, they can go at it, man. I don't care.
Damn, dude, you and my Ted. I cannot believe you just used that. My dad, he calls them fudge packers too, and
y'all call them old smokers.
You and my dad need to meet, dude. Y'all would love each other. Y'all really
already like him.
I'll guarantee you, somebody says gay around here, that's a derogatory comment for sure.
Oh hell yeah, I know, but Ted's right. Like I'll be doing something like, man, that's gay, but we're not look. I have a gay cousin, and my wife has a gay cousin, so I'm not making fun of.
We all have a gay cousin.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I had a gay uncle.
And by that you mean happy.
Does your dad call him a pole smoker?
Dude, yes, a pole smoker, a fudge packer, all that shit.
A Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, Ted, one day, man, you and my old man, y'all have got to meet. I mean,
I like him.
Y'all have so much in common with now that I heard you say that, and then y'all's air conditioning, the way y'all do y'all's work. I mean, it's y'all would get along great. The only thing, my dad does not dislike Train, but he definitely doesn't love it like you do.
You're right.
I'll be honest with you. It's pretty hard to snuggle up to the product in a distributor state. I mean, it's really hard.
Right.
No, not only are they high priced, but
right. My dad will tell you straight. He'll tell you straight up, it's a great product. But his thing is, it's too expensive here, because we're a distributor.
And they think they don't stink. They think their crap don't stink.
Right. And we're a distributor state, and it's expensive as hell.
And they got that "we sell Train, you can't come in here" attitude.
Right. That's exactly right. Do you have an account? Do you have an account here?
Yeah. You have to have an account to buy a screw. You have to have an account.
Exactly.
Can't buy a fan motor.
When if you hear my dad's talk shit about Train, that's why. Not because he doesn't think it's a good unit, but because he's been through that. Went to the supply house and and they give him shit, because he's not a Train dealer.
Hey, is Matt still? Yeah, there he is. John, you and Matt want to take the Louisiana hair lip test?
The
Oh
what?
shit. Oh shit. Okay. Yes.
The Louisiana hair lip test.
Is it a pass?
So I was at a store, and there was 3 or 4 or 5 of us in line at this store, and this guy walked up there, and he had him a drink and some crackers and stuff, and the lady said, "Would you like anything else, sir?" And he said, "Yeah, I want one of them Neil Pickles over in that jar."
I know exactly what he just said. So.
I want one of them dill pickles over there in that jar.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all passed the test. This girl, she didn't know she was from up north. No offense, Michael.
Yeah.
She was from up north where they don't see any of that. They're up there, they just keep them in the basement or whatever. So
Yeah.
she said, "Excuse me, sir. I couldn't understand what you said." He said,
Oh,
"One of them Neil
Riverside.
Pickles. I want one of them Neil Pickles over in that jar."
Right
And,
beside the eggs, right?
Oh man.
He said it about 3
Beside the
times.
eggs.
And it was this black dude in front of me, you know. He was in front of me, like I was hiding behind him. You know, I was hiding behind him trying not to show I was laughing. And that girl, she made him say it a 3rd time, and I tell you what, he got pissed. He said, "Fuck you then. You can understand that, can't you?" He put his stuff down on the counter and walked out.
Oh man.
Walked out of there, walked right out of there, man. And she was offended, and that black dude up there, I thought I was laughing more at him laughing than I was at the actual dude, you know, because it ain't that uncommon to hear something like that.
Yeah. Oh no. Hell no. I knew exactly what you said the first time you said it.
Well, I mean, because we hear it. I mean, I understood it.
Mm-hmm.
And she made him say it like 3 times. I felt sorry for the dude, man. If that other guy wouldn't have been there, I probably would have pointed up and said, you know,
That's what he wants. Yeah.
he wants one of those dill pickles over in that jar. But so I come home and imitating that, and yeah, I thought my kids was gonna lose it that night. That was actually a good while ago. I was doing that. But I called it the Louisiana hair lip test.
Have you guys in Louisiana ever heard of a guy named Justin Wilson?
Who?
Oh yeah.
Justin Wilson.
Justin. We know Justin Bieber.
He's a cook, John. He had a show. He's probably dead now, but he had a show.
Oh yeah, he did.
On TV. And he was a cook, man.
He talked about the rivalry between Louisiana and Mississippi.
I don't know if I remember seeing his stuff.
We don't know.
And Jerry Clower was another guy that used to, a comedian.
Oh yeah, we know him.
Jerry Clower.
Jerry Clower is pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
See, I don't know him, but I know Justin Wilson. So
yeah,
we knew Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, he was a faggot though. He would comb his hair while he's on stage singing. He'd be combing his hair at the same time. Little faggot.
Jerry Clower would have he was this comedian. He was always talking about out coon hunting and with his uncle or grandpa or be on an airplane in the holding pattern after he drank a pot of coffee, and I mean just funny ass shit.
Well, he said he was on the highway one time, and his car went off the road and crashed. And he said a state trooper pulled up later on, and he was hauling some horses, and a lot of the horses were hurt, and they were laying in the ditch moaning and whatnot. And the state trooper came up, and he had the cool hand loop glasses on, and looked down at the horse, and he said, "Oh, horse, broke leg." Pulled out a 357. Pow! Shot the horse. Came up, saw another horse with a broke leg. He said, broke leg. Pow! Shot him. And he come up to Jerry Clower, and he says, "What's wrong with you?" And he said, "Absolutely nothing."
No, Dan. Ted is from South Carolina, not Tennessee.
Oh,
Hey
won't
Rich,
be
are
paid.
you in here? How come Rich is not talking?
Yeah.
Damn
You
it,
guys-
Bobby.
Okay.
Damn it, Bobby. I need my propane grills and accessories. That what it said to say? Damn it, Bobby. That's what it said.
Oh
This
man.
other guy said Ted farted in South Carolina. Oh, Ted started South Carolina. You guys who's over here in the chat here, man, you got to watch this. I let that by for an hour or so, and I didn't notice it. Them guys are carrying on in there.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, you're from up north?
Yeah, Massachusetts.
I'm from New York, so we're not that far off.
No,
Uh-oh.
I used to live in New York I was stationed at West Point, New York.
Oh, wow. That's across the river.
Yeah, right up 9W.
Yeah.
All
I've been
Yankees do know each other.
I played on that field years ago. But
Hey, Rich,
Oh.
are you in the rural part of New York? Or like whenever we down here, Southerners here in New York, we automatically
it's
think
city.
of like,
Ah.
yeah, that's it, man.
Everyone does.
New York is huge, and it's mainly country. It's mainly country.
It's beautiful.
It's a mix of everything.
Yeah.
The easiest thing is an hour up from the city. That's the easiest thing you can say, an hour north from the city.
Yeah.
I heard New York is like beautiful. If you're not in New York City, like literally, it's
tons
pretty
of woods
country
up there.
Yeah,
Way
but look what Rich said in the chat about New York. He said it's full of angry people. Actually, I heard that about Chicago. I heard they ain't nothing but steers and queers.
He didn't see any horns.
And I don't see no horns on you, boy.
That's tough.
Yeah, there's a lot of angry people here. But, you know. I tell you, anytime I go down south or whatever, like Florida and stuff like that, Delaware, you know, it's just a completely different, pace.
Yeah, why is everybody so anti-New York? I never really got that.
Delaware is not down south, is it?
And it's like nobody else is from the city unless they're from New York, you know?
Yeah.
Like upstate New York is different, though. You go into upstate New York.
There's so many memes like saying like, no, I am not from New York City.
Yeah.
Like that go around.
Yeah.
I guess because New York City is so big and it's like the main freaking.
You can't get out of New England. You can't leave New England without going through New York.
Yeah.
It encompasses all the way from Canada, all the way down, and it encompasses Connecticut and Rhode Island.
Yeah. And
all of New England is all inside.
All the way down to Ohio.
Yeah, it's huge.
I wouldn't know how to.
He's in Alabama. Henry C. is in Alabama.
Uh-huh.
That explains a lot.
I wouldn't know how to. I wouldn't know how to live up there where y'all are at.
I just couldn't deal with the snow, man. Like I freeze whenever it gets down to 30 degrees down here. I am cold, bro.
Here's the difference. I've lived in Alaska for 5 years, and I'm telling you, where the daily temperatures were 35 below zero.
Yo, hell no.
Yeah.
How do you function? Like, how do you outside that? Like,
everybody dresses for it. It's easy. I mean, the thing about it is, if you don't dress for it, it's one. And when it gets hot out, you can only take off so many clothes before you get arrested. So,
John would get arrested the first day he was up there.
But
they'd arrest John
you wear
the first
layers.
day. Somebody'd say something to him, and he'd knock him out just for talking the way they talk up there.
You plug your
They'd
cars
arrest
in
his ass
at
first
night.
day.
Man, the thing is, though, no offense, but y'all don't know what hot is.
Yeah, down where you are, I imagine.
I mean,
humidity must be horrendous.
It's miserable, bro.
Yeah, I see Steve on these videos. He's like, "Oh, it's 78 degrees out, 80 degrees out. It's fucking hot." And I'm like, "No, motherfucker, that shit feels good."
Yeah, I know.
I mean, y'all don't.
It's
y'all
humid
don't
here.
Y'all don't understand.
It's humid up here. We get up to about 100 degrees here, but our design temperature here is 90. So
God
it's only
damn, Ted, what the fuck, man? Don't point that gun at me.
oh yeah.
In the chat.
Hey, they're gonna try to take your guns away after these shootings, man.
Yep,
Trump's
that's it. That AOC's coming for you, Ted.
Good luck.
Oh god. Yeah. They even got Trump is kind of backing down a little bit. He's he's saying the people who are mentally challenged people. Right now, they've got guys that are retarded. They can go down as long as they don't, they wait the 5 days or whatever it is. Even a retarded guy can go in there and buy a gun.
But he's gonna do something. He has to do something, and he knows it. So he's gonna do something with background checks. And he said he doesn't care if the Republicans don't support it. From what I heard today, he has to do something.
When you got people, 13 hours apart, and you got nuts. You know why everybody's doing these shootings? Because they put it on TV. If it wasn't being put on TV, you wouldn't hardly see any of this.
The more they idolize it, the more the psychos are going to do it.
Yeah, they say, I'm going out. I'm going to go ahead and shoot somebody. I'm gonna see how many I can take out.
No, but let me tell y'all the real problem. People are just fucking stupid these days. Yeah. When I was growing up, I played fucking, video games and, not like they have today, but, shit where you would shoot people and all that. And because, they didn't really have a lot of video games when I was growing up. So this would be more like when I was a teenager. But, I hunted my whole life. I've handled guns since I was 7 years old. I killed my first deer when I was 7. And we knew better than to go fucking shoot people.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't know. They're just
I'm pretty sure that all them boys ain't got no daddy.
That's exactly right.
Let me
have a fucking daddy because
my daddy would beat your ass. You could just say
my daddy would have whooped my ass for even thinking about some shit like that.
For saying something stupid.
Yeah.
The parents that don't beat their kids enough.
Hey, you know what, man? Look, let me tell you something. My dad didn't beat me, okay? But my dad gave me a many of ass whippings.
There's nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
My dad didn't beat me either, but I knew he would.
I got smacked.
That's very true, Ted. I knew that if I pushed him over the limit, he could have. He could have and would have, but he didn't. But he gave me a many ass whipping. So and then, you know what? Honestly, people could say what they want. Oh, you don't hit your kids. Bullshit. That's what's wrong with kids today. They don't get their ass whipped enough.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree with you,
Michael. What are you doing sitting up there all bright and all that in the middle of the night? Up there?
I just got the light on.
Kitchen or the living room or daggum with some.
It's like an eating kitchen type thing.
Doilies hanging back there. Doilies. Who made them?
Oh, that's those are curtains. That's all.
Those are doilies. Those are not curtains. You know what a dang doily is?
Yeah, I know. Doilies go on a table.
You don't ever watch Andy Griffith or nothing like that up there?
Oh yeah. I've seen him before.
You do?
Yeah. There's a painting that's a painting that my daughter made right there. She did oil paints. She was an artist.
A what?
An artist.
What was odd about her?
No.
Artist. Artist.
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You got to put that R in there.
Yeah.
Hey,
I thought I was
Kelly,
doing pretty good.
Yeah, man.
What you had, a little grandson or granddaughter, or not yet, or don't know, or
got a grandson due. He's not born yet. I don't know what the hell's taking so long. I know my daughter-in-law is ready to get his ass out into the world.
Is she in the hospital?
Everything's okay.
Is she in the hospital in labor right now?
They went to the hospital. They wanted to. The doctors wanted to induce labor. She's due. She was due on the 14th, and for whatever reason, doctors wanted to induce labor. I guess he's ready to come, and
So
I don't understand that whole stuff.
So they induced her today or tonight.
Son, they hadn't induced her just yet. They've been just hanging out in the hospital, so I don't know what the hang up is.
It must be their first. I know when my first came, I was like you see on TV, wanted to get going and get her down to the hospital real quick when labor started. And after about 24, maybe 30 hours, she still didn't deliver. He said, we'll try again tomorrow. He said, why don't you go home and sleep? We'll try tomorrow. I said, okay. I went home, fell asleep, woke up the next day. My daughter was born already. So I wasn't even there for the first one.
Yeah.
But
no, this would be her.
Is that Rich dude?
Child, so, but she's
well,
kind of a short girl, so she gets huge.
I don't know what's going on. What's going on in the chat?
We're talking about Rich here.
Why does everybody want Rich to be kicked out? What did Rich do?
They said he's a liberal.
Rich, are you a liberal?
Absolutely not. I just, whatever it is, when I set my YouTube up, I come up as the new. I don't know, whatever it was when I set my YouTube account years ago. That's I
don't know. I've had Rich in here several times and never had. I mean, I don't know why y'all want him kicked out.
There's somebody.
It's Alex wants to get in. It's I don't know.
Okay.
They're just saying he's not talking, but the rest of us are carrying on so much he ain't able to get a word in edgewise.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
It ain't his fault. Damn, Matt won't shut up for a half a second.
Me, believe it. I believe it's you, Ted.
I might add a little something.
Yeah,
giving Michael hell about his doilies.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I give Rich props, man, to be from New York and not be a liberal. That's got to be tough.
Well, not everybody. See, it's the rural area though, John. It's the big cities that have.
I mean, I'm only an hour up, and it's just I'm definitely in the minority. I'd say
you're an hour away from Manhattan.
Yeah, I'm about an hour up north.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Rich. Trump is known from being in New York, and it seems like do the people around you, do they dislike Trump or they like Trump? It seems like it would either be one or the other,
I'll say this.
He's from New York, right? Or whatever.
Not a lot of people like him. I won't on my new truck, I won't put a Trump sticker. I'll tell you that. I don't want my new truck getting jacked up.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, I don't.
The taillight's broken.
I know you support him, but that probably wouldn't be a good idea over there.
Hey, listen to this. I don't mean to cut you off, Rich, but I watched it. I know a guy on Facebook, and he said, okay, the reason Trump attacked Baltimore was because Trump released $1 billion to the city of Baltimore, the mayor and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
And the city hasn't seen that money. That's why it's rat infested, and Trump's mad about that. So people, they're blaming Trump, saying that he's a racist, but Trump tried to help them out. It's all, you got to look at the.
Matt, you know what they call that? Wagging the dog. That's what they call it, wagging the dog. You remember that? Well, you go ahead and you like, if Trump wants to get something done like the immigration, he'll make a big to-do with Kim Jong-un and keep that in the headlines, and then they'll forget about the border.
I got you.
So what you do is you say, okay, we'll go in here. Look at this here, and the magician is down here, picking your pockets. Well, that's what he's doing. He's keeping the attention down there on the border all the time, and everyone's paying attention to the border, and they're not paying attention to anything else. If you look at all of these Democratic, and I'm from all Democrats, it's a Kennedy state, right? And they haven't passed any laws. Congress, when you think about it, what power does the president have? He has no power. He's absolutely impotent. The only thing he can do is foreign policy, and he's got to get approval from the lawmakers. So he can't do anything, but the Congress is always trying to blame him for all of the stuff that they're not doing in Congress. If Congress could pass laws and get things done in the Congress, they could do all kind of work. They could pass all kind of laws, and then they're enforceable. But right now, no, they don't want to do anything. And then what do? They wag the dog. They keep telling everybody, hey, it's him. It's him. And it's not him. It's them.
Yeah. That's
it's gonna be like that forever. It ain't ever gonna change.
Not unless they get rid of the party system. Where not everybody's got loyalties to the Democrats or the Republicans. The only one that kind of screws up everything is Bernie Sanders with that independent party.
Oh my God. No, he's a Democrat.
But he's independent. He went over to the independent.
He was an independent.
Yeah, independent. Yeah, he's a liberal.
When the hell did he do that?
Oh, a long time ago.
Because he's running as a Democrat and debating in the Democratic debates.
Yeah, I know, but he carries himself as an independent.
He might carry himself that way, but he is identified as a Democrat.
Yeah,
and because he would not be able to be in them debates if he was an independent. He's a Democrat,
right?
He's identified as a moron.
That dude is a fucking idiot.
Yeah. He's promising. He promises. He's talking about what? Free college for everybody.
Oh yeah, and look, I saw a thing on Facebook. The Fox News popped up today. I love Fox News. That's the Republican.
Free healthcare for everybody, and you don't have to pay for it. Oh, really?
Joe Biden.
I say free college to everybody as long as they serve in the military first.
Yeah,
that would be a good one.
I'm okay with that.
You give us 4 years in service, and we'll give you 4 years of college.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but,
doesn't Israel have like a mandatory thing?
Yeah, but that's males and females. They don't discriminate over there.
A friend of mine from Thailand said he had a mandatory military commitment. But
yeah, as a matter of fact, in Korea, I think it's about age 18 to 21, somewhere in there. They have to do service. And if you're in the United States, guess what? You're coming back to their country to do service in the military. I don't care if you're a movie star, even their movie stars and the pop singers, they all got to serve.
Hey, he said it. He said the letter R. He said movie star. I knew I'd catch you. You hang around us rednecks long enough, buddy, you'll learn.
Yeah.
So what about if we get him to say Ameristar?
Yeah. He said it.
I'm not going to ship your T-shirt now. You could have made it one night. I was going to send you a free T-shirt.
It's all good. I'm sorry, Ted.
Now, speaking of all that, hey Ted, your distributor is slow, man. I still haven't gotten that hat.
I don't know. I didn't fire him or nothing. I sent my stock.
It's been several weeks. I maybe got lost in the mail. I already got my Outlaw shirt though.
Did you call him names or anything like that?
Hey, I like what Henry C. HVAC said. No. If Bernie wins, I'm sending all my bills to the White House.
Yeah.
Here you go, Bernie. Pay my bills.
Dang, they're pretty smart down there in Alabama after all, ain't they? That was a pretty good one.
You know, the interesting thing is when you get out in the country folk are all the same, whether you're up north or down south. You know, and then when you get into the big cities, the bigger cities, Indianapolis, Chicago, I don't know in there, but you know, larger cities, when you get in there, those folks are all the same.
Yeah. Hey, hey, you know what though, Henry? I know you're from Alabama and everything, bud, but it looks like we lost Kelly too. But
what happened?
I don't know. He'll come back. Henry, though, you're from Alabama. That's cool, man. Southern state. But one thing I do want to say that makes me very proud, and I know Ted will like me for this too. Y'all got y'all's ass kicked by Clemson in the national championship.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. I'll be right back.
2 out of 3 times. Actually, they just got beat one.
The people dropping,
they took a beat down last.
Yeah, the people that are dropping out have nothing to do with StreamYard. Mine's been fine. Michael's been fine. Ted's been fine. Yeah. I actually like the program a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The icon's a lot larger.
Yeah, I like it. And we're all on the screen at the same time and like hang out. So somebody's pounding away on the keyboard. That's got to be Ted.
That was me.
Oh, Henry's a Sooners fan, so he doesn't care. I really feel sorry for you now, Henry.
So who are the Saints playing next?
I don't know. Man, preseason, I really could give a shit less because preseason don't mean shit to me.
Well, it kind of shows you who the new guys you're going to start seeing on your team are. Running backs and receivers.
I guess so.
Linebackers. Kind of gives you an idea who's coming up in the ranks. I mean, I saw Gale Sayers when I was in Missouri.
We play the Chargers next.
Oh, wow.
We lost Matt again. He'll be back in a minute.
You've been having to do that all night, huh?
What's that?
You've been having to put him back in, haven't you ever?
Yeah, and somebody in the chat's blaming StreamYard, but it has nothing to do with StreamYard. It's
might be just a bad connection.
It's on their end. There's Kelly. He's back. Let me let him in. There, Kelly. There you are.
Yeah.
Remember the problem I was having last Sunday? The page keeps rebooting, and I just get kicked right out.
Yeah. There's Matt.
Are you using Chrome?
Yes, Dan. Alvin Kamara is a fucking animal.
Kelly using Chrome?
He's on his phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
John had it tonight. I didn't get a chance to go to the store and get me a mic. And
I didn't plan on having it tonight. It was a last minute thing because my wife and I only one of our kids was supposed to be gone this weekend. She was going to her grandma's because there's a rodeo that comes to our old hometown every so often, and my little girl loves the rodeo. But the only reason that my mother-in-law didn't take my son too is because our son's autistic and he doesn't like all that noise and stuff.
Yeah.
So
he likes routine.
Right. So my sister, my oldest sister that lives here in Lafayette, she was like, "Hey, if you want me to take him so y'all can have a break, that's fine." And I was like, "Hey, take him."
Oh yeah.
Who's random guy? Who is that? Random.
He's a cool kid. He's a younger kid.
How old is he?
I'm not really sure. How old are you, random guy? He's pretty young.
Oh yeah. He's the new kid. I mean, he's just going to school or just got out of school or something like that.
Yeah, 17. He's 17.
Yeah.
Oh,
you remember that red-headed kid that followed you around, John? He had red hair and he always rocked back and forth in his chair. He always called you Israel. You remember that guy?
No.
Yeah, he's a young kid. He would come in and I don't know why he was interested in HVAC. He actually was, but he's only like 17 or 18 or something. And he's
almost nobody going into this trade anymore.
I don't remember, Ted. I really don't.
That's right, Michael.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, look, to the random guy, look, dude, if you love HVAC, I'm more than happy to have you in here. Really, I am. But
he's a good dude, John. He's
a good dude. I know. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. He really is.
Down there, I believe in Southeast Texas, as a matter of fact, probably not that far from you.
The only thing is, though, when I was 17 years old on a Friday night, I wasn't worried about no damn hangout. I was out drinking beer and doing other stuff I ain't gonna say on
that 17-year-old would do.
Right, man. I was taking the girls to the submarine races.
I was doing things with girls and drinking beer and.
Okay, it's plain to see now. This rich HVAC guy, he's an AOC fan. He's a fan of the squad. He wants to kick Rich out because he's got the same name. I don't know.
We got some new screen names in here. I would not be surprised with all the shit that's going on if some of them are fake and it's some of the other guys. There's already one in here that I'm pretty sure I know it's fake and know who it is, but
they're in bed.
So
the other guys. That's a
yeah,
good way to refer to them as the other guys, and y'all stop beating each other up, man.
hey, I'm done with it, man. I'm done. I'm just saying, hey, that's fine. As long as they're not causing trouble, I don't care. But there's a few in here that I've been watching, and I'm pretty sure I know who they are.
Well, there's always going to be some that just like to stir the pot.
Oh yeah,
that's child's play to sit there and make a fake account just so
right.
you can, you know, man.
Hey, to each their own. Long as they ain't causing trouble, I don't care. But I've got a couple in here that I'm pretty sure I know who they are. But hey, whatever tickles your fancy.
Hell, tell me so I'll know.
I'll tell you later. I'll text you.
That's right. Nate, you get the private chat here. Nobody else can see it.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Trying to guess here.
Oh, Kelly, by the way, I did get your messages. It's just that both times that you called, I was like in the middle of something and I couldn't answer the phone.
No, that's okay. I didn't know whether you knew it was me or not.
I did. I knew it was you, but I was tied up both times you called. But I did get your messages, so we're good.
So if I type in that private chat and I type something like, Rich HVAC is a faggot or something, he'll never know.
Only us that's in here, that's on the screen, can see it.
Oh, wait a minute. I just said it out loud.
Yeah, you did, but I'm just letting you know that whatever you type in that private chat, only the 6 of us can see it.
Yeah, but it's too late now. I just said it out loud.
Yeah, but I kind of think that was intentional, Ted, but that's just my opinion,
So that's a little bit different than being gay, right?
I should have said gay.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna bust your hip, Ted.
My hip? He must be an old guy.
No, I think he's saying you are.
Oh. Yeah, but the hip is where the pistols are, so
there you go.
Watch out, man. Stuff comes off that hip you don't want. Nah, he's the one that keeps saying, kick Rich out, kick him out. He's liberal, kick him out.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd roust him up a little bit.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
That's what makes it fun.
That random guy, I can't I see that you're in here, but I can't put you in. We're maxed out right now, bud.
Hey, if I need to go, John, to let him in, I don't mind. I'll hang out, or I can go eat,
No, just don't.
No, you just stay right there where you're at. You're one of the originals.
Well,
so
yeah, just making sure I don't want to, deprive anybody of a spot. So I don't know.
Oh, you're not in there. Well, I don't know.
Invite anyway.
Man.
An invite.
That's true. You can actually type your own name. So somebody else that has a link must have used your name, random guy. Sorry about that. Because I'm just thinking about that too. I don't think I sent you an invite because I don't think I have your email address.
Something a little interesting happened this week. We were working on a carrier unit that had 15, 20 leaks in it. And this is one of those customers where you go ahead and tell me you got a leaky coil. It's 20-something years old. And he says, I'll just do a gas and go. And you do that for 4 or 5 years, and before you know it, 30-pound only lasts a month, and all the gas is gone. So the expansion valves finally failed. So we went ahead and said, okay, we got to order a new coil. In the meantime, you got no AC. There's no more gas and go on this. And so in the meantime, ordering up the expansion valves for this unit from Carrier and a new coil. It's 6 weeks out for the coil. And the guy's, having a shit fit because all these people are the CEOs and the COOs and all these office people with no AC, and they're, shit rolls downhill. So the maintenance crew is getting, screamed at all the time. So, and they say 6 weeks. Hey, we've been telling you for 5 years this thing's got to be replaced. And then well, what do you want us to do? So we get the word, patch them up as best you can. And this is a paper mill, and in this paper mill, one of the guys discovered he had what a bell hanger is? Copper bell hanger that you hang pipe with. Yeah. They're made out of copper. Anyway, he had a couple of these sitting on his desk, and in 2 weeks they turned totally black. Like somebody spray painted them. Yeah. I was looking at him. I said, "Hey," I said, "Who's painting these damn things?" He says, "It's not. It's in the air." So they tried to have people come in and test the air to find out what the hell's floating around in here. Is it carbonic acid or whatever?
Hold on there. I have to go to one of these comments in a chat. Sammy C. Dude, don't ever recommend Stop Leak Easy Seal, whatever you want to call it, to anybody. If you're a fan of Stop Leak Easy Seal, whatever it is you call it,
it jams up TXVs.
You really, really need to stop using that shit.
That will plug.
It gums up expansion valves. It kills compressors. Mm-hmm. Please,
don't use
quit using that shit.
Yeah, as much as they're going to tell you, all the manufacturers don't. They endorse it. They don't.
No.
If you call them and ask them, they'll tell you, no, we don't endorse that stuff.
I've been on factory tours and I asked them, "Hey, do y'all endorse Stop Leak?" They're like, "Fuck no."
No. But we got these. So we went in there the other day with our detectors. From what I've seen, you guys, the other guys.
Well, sometimes you have no choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's always a choice.
Yeah.
You can say, "I'm not putting that shit in your system because it's fucking doesn't." First of all, it doesn't work. And if you think Stop Leak does work,
read the directions. That's all I got to say.
I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but you're an idiot. Stop Leak does not work.
Stop Leak says in their instructions.
Hey, I know that's blunt, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm sorry, but Stop Leak does not fucking work. All it does is ruin the system.
It says in the instructions for Stop Leak, if it loses more than a quarter of an ounce per year, that if the leak is too big and it won't work. So why would you put it in if you know it ain't going to work?
What's the difference between putting it on residential and commercial? Hey, no, that makes no sense. It's definitely not going to work on a big ass commercial unit.
Yeah.
I mean, the cans at the supply houses are only, they say 1 to 5 ton.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't work. It does not fucking work.
And then the problem was they had dryer. You needed to buy a can of dryer to go with it. So then they started combining the dryer with the sealant and putting them both in, because what activates it is moisture. That's what makes it. And if you got moisture in your system, then you're doubly screwed.
Rich HVAC said he had diarrhea once and he gave himself a Stop Leak enema and it fixed it.
But anyways,
he couldn't shit for a week.
This carrier unit that we were working on, we patched up all of these, a whole shitload of these. I'll say 15 or 20 of them on there. We got them all. They were right on the manifold. This is had 2 circuits on it.
Wow.
And it was like an 06D Carlisle compressor.
Hold on 1 second, Michael. Han, whatever your screen name is, none of them are worth the shit. It doesn't matter who makes it, whether it's New Calgon or this one or that one or whoever, they don't work. None of them work. I mean, they don't work. They're all shit.
Let me guess, Mike.
But anyway, we ordered up two new expansion valves. We got them in from Carrier. They're not Sporlins. They're Danfoss.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
That's European, isn't it? Danfoss?
I don't know, but I mean, Dan Foss is a very common expansion valve.
Yeah, but they used to have nothing but spoiling. Everything they had was spoiling.
Well, yeah, I mean, Sporlin is common too, but Dan Foss is a very common expansion valve.
The one good thing I like about the Dan Foss, they actually say on some of their extended expansion valves on SOVs that you don't have to wrap them with rags, that they have some type of like stainless connector on there. It's a copper coated stainless or something. Of course, anybody that's been around a while would never listen to that anyway, and would wrap them with rags anyway. But I saw one demo that they had at the supply house of the cap tube where the bulb on the expansion valve goes to. You know how sometimes you work it back and forth once or twice, boom, breaks off. This one here was a demo, and they worked it back all over the place. No metal fatigue at all. The cap tube was on that expansion bulb was still intact, would not break off.
And that's the Dan Foss.
Dan Foss, yeah.
Dude, look, you're like a college professor or something. You got a bunch of friggin' third graders in here, man. Chill out, you know.
Bunch of Jethro Bodine.
Well, it's supposed to be for other
level.
techs, isn't it? Isn't this the site's supposed to be for other techs, not
That's
the
what we
homeowner?
all are. That's what we all are.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, speak English, man. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That random guy, I did not get your email. I did not get it.
Yeah. So the stuff that was causing leaks, Mike, you think that was what was in the air? Obviously.
Yeah. Well, they tested. The guy told me they tested for it and they couldn't find anything. And what they had done was they have a what they call a drive room that have all these expensive computers. And Dell came in there and fitted them with all these computers. And 2 months later, they were all down. They called them back. They replaced them. 2 months later, they're down again. Same shit, corrosion all over the place. So they wanted them to put in a dehumidifier. So they put a dehumidifier in there. So far, they got an air cleaner, a dehumidifier, and a couple of Daikin mini splits to cool the room. And yeah, well, you got to do something to clean it up. And so far, that's helped. And nothing's been going down. But that coil looked like it was all pure black at the end where where all those leaks were. It looked like oil leaks everywhere, and it was just black, like somebody had spray painted the end of the tube sheet.
Random guy, my email address is jisraelhvac@gmail.com.
That dude said Steve Ladd was trying to talk superheat to a lady wearing house slippers or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he does. We got to check the superheat, you know. Oh man,
I was proud of him on this video where he sent that guy after filters to get him out of his hair. Yeah, you want to go get him? Go get some. And he was cleaning the coil and stuff while he was gone. Yeah. And then he said, "Here, you can put it back together. I'm done. I'll see you." That was the best video, man. I loved it.
I got a little video to upload today. I'm gonna upload it later tonight or in the morning, but it ain't gonna be that great because, like Ted would say, this guy was a major helicopter.
Oh yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I heard Steve saying he's got some lady sniffing up his ass.
It never bothered me till I started trying to film, and make YouTube videos. Now they're all around. It's like, quit being so nosy.
It used to. I mean, it bothered. I mean, it did not really bother me. It's just kind of annoying, when you got some motherfucker standing right on top of you. Like, hey, what you doing over there? So okay, random guy. Now I got your email.
Hey, if T1's in, John, man, I'll back out into the chat for a while.
And do what? We were enjoying watching you spit your dang. Oh, you're going to go over there and heckle me again? Maybe you can do better at it than these other clowns over there because they ain't doing too good. They don't even have me pissed off about nothing yet.
Well, you know what? I don't think I've ever had you pissed off, so I'm doing doing worse than them.
No, all I've ever done is laughed with you. I mean, I saw you get drunk one night and you ain't never done it again since then.
Yeah,
It was
one night that was clearly hammered.
You was tore up from the floor up, dude. And it was funny too. It was a lot of fun. What the hell are you doing over now? Spitting in a bottle?
Yeah.
Man.
I've been dipping snuff for so long, and it's just, I don't know. I quit overnight.
What the hell is snuff?
That's what dippers call it, Ted. Snuff. Well, actually, if you want to get technical about it, Copenhagen makes a dip called snuff, and
yeah, but snuff is powder.
Yeah.
No, snuff. Copenhagen snuff is not powder, but I do know that brown powder you're talking about. I know exactly.
Yeah, the English used to use it a lot.
Dad had a plumber that worked for him when he was a co-owner with his partner, and that guy would dip that snuff. That's like dipping fucking dirt. I mean, so it ain't chewing tobacco, Sammy. That is the thing. People that don't dip do not understand that there is a huge difference between chewing tobacco and dip. There's a big difference. Dip, we don't gnaw on that shit like chewing tobacco. It just sits in your lip. All it does is sit right here or right here, wherever you want to put it. But
put a big old hole in there.
But chewing tobacco, you got a wad of that shit, and you actually fucking chew on it.
That's like Red Man. Oh, Red Man.
Red Man or Levi Garrett. You know, I mean, it's you gnaw on that shit. So
or like that.
Yeah.
But now I did when I was in Oklahoma. I tried the snuff that you put up your nose, and oh my god,
yeah, burned like hell. Huh?
Oh well, hell! I first off I got it up there, and then I started sneezing, and then it just was like nothing but your nose.
I know, man. That guy that Daddy had working for him, that plumber dude. I mean, it looked like fucking mud in his mouth, and when he'd spit, it didn't even look like tobacco. It looked like mud.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
So.
Yeah. That old snuff, that old powder. That's some nasty shit.
That's what Kelly's doing over there.
No, Kelly ain't doing powder.
No, I got coke.
He just said he was. You said you had some snuff.
Yeah, I know, but we call dip snuff.
Yeah. It's been. I mean, when I started, there was only two brands: Copenhagen and Skull.
Right. Same company, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I've been dipping for pretty close to 45 years now.
Copenhagen and Skull are the same company.
That is correct.
Same company.
Yep.
Really?
Now they got all kinds of tutti fruity flavors.
Oh, geez, like to spit some beech nut in that dude's eye.
Exactly.
and shoot him with Mold 45 that you got right there. That's what you got in the camera.
An old farmer I worked with, he got me started chewing. And he chewed beech nut, and his father chewed Red Man. And I started that, and hell, I wanted to be just like them, you know. So I'm chewing that loose leaf. And you ever seen those big ass grasshoppers where that black shit comes out their mouth? That's exactly what was. This was exactly what that loose leaf was like.
Hey, Michael. Do anybody?
My father tried to break me of it one time. He bought a plug called Brown's Mule, and he says, "Here, break you off a piece." And
Kelly might not be able to hear you again, Matt.
No. Hey, I was gonna ask Mike. The people up.
Let me back out and come back in.
The people up north chew tobacco.
Oh yeah,
and whatnot. Okay, I didn't know if it was a southern thing or what.
I just sent you.
I'll tell you, in the army, that's where I saw it the most. Everybody, a lot of guys would carry.
It's not an essay question.
Empty soda cans. You could walk around with empty soda cans or coffee cups, and constantly spit in them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wasn't sure.
Kind of gross when you think about it. I mean,
Hey, Rich, you mind if I?
It's like watching a. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you were a baseball player and you're
hold on 1 second,
and
there,
you're
Michael.
sliding into home plate and there's spitting loogies all over the place because they're all spitting all over the place.
Rich, you mind if I let somebody take your spot, bud?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I was gonna get ready to go. Have a good night. I'm probably gonna get to bed.
Hey,
Thanks.
No, thank you, man. Good to see you again.
Thanks.
Tune back in next week.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. See you.
All right,
Have a good night, guys.
Later, Rich.
Man, that rich dude talk too much any dang way.
Yeah, couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Yeah.
There we go.
How you doing there, random guy?
Doing good.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, I remember.
Another paddle fan.
I've seen you on my streams a couple
Doing
times.
good. Oh, hold on, I need to mute the stream. Good Lord. There we go. That's better.
Got the ceiling fan going on.
Yeah, I've seen you in Mike Palace's stuff a couple times.
Yeah, I was in his test stream last week.
Right.
Oh, it's that dude. What's up?
Yeah, except in a different house now.
Why? Did you get kicked out?
No, my grandmother passed away last year, and we moved into her old house.
What happened to
Last
Grandpa?
year?
What she had cancer. It happens.
All right, let's test this because Matt, talk. Let's see if Kelly can hear you.
Hey, Kelly, test 1, test 2, testicles.
Kelly, I'm guessing you didn't hear that.
Yes or no?
I can't hear Matt. I think John said testicles.
Tell me how to get that selective hearing thing, man.
I can hear him now.
I want to use that. How the hell are we doing that?
Man, I backed out.
You gonna use that on the wife?
Started to come right back in. I was waiting on the mic.
A couple of people, actually.
And then the page rebooted, reloaded, and kicked me out again.
So basically, John, in this house, remember at the other house, we had the American Standard gas furnace and the air conditioner from 2013. Now we have the worst type of system possible: air conditioner with electric heat.
Oh shit! Wait, say that again.
Oh, air conditioner with electric heat.
Oh, that's expensive.
Hey.
Electric with electric.
Yeah.
I know that may not.
How's your
that may
electric
not
bill?
be so bad.
It's a carrier system.
Trailer, mobile home.
No, it's not a mobile home. It's just a regular house built in 1973.
I just got
The
my
unit before this one was a Chrysler Air Temp. I found the old panel up in the attic.
Dude, those Chrysler Air Temps were some machines, man. I got
still
one
up there.
John, are you still
I
collecting
got one
those
that's
badges?
still running the furnace.
What's that, Michael?
Are you still collecting those badges?
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe he'll send you the badge.
Yeah.
Let me find a picture somewhere.
If he wants to, he sure can. So
can everybody hear? Hey, John.
Yeah.
Can everybody hear Michael? Can everybody hear Michael?
Yes.
I can hear Michael and I can hear Kelly.
That's the unit.
And
okay.
Standard carrier from 2010. Supposedly, I think she said it's like 15 or 16 SEER. I don't know.
So have you graduated high school yet?
Nope, going into my senior year next week.
Oh, okay.
You in a tech school?
I think
I take it
high school.
I take it you're going to get into HVAC.
Yep, I am.
Okay.
Look at your physics.
Don't tell me you're that same dude that
The
used to
only
be
plus to me
around
not
a
being
year or
able to
two
hear
ago.
Michael is I can't hear Ted.
That was back in October.
Kelly's an asshole. Kelly's an asshole. Kelly is a dipshit asshole. Kelly, blow it out your ass, Kelly. You four-eyed mountain goat.
Yeah, see, the unit was moved.
Okay, he's not lying. He can't hear me. Okay.
That's the air handler.
Just testing it to see if he could really hear me or not.
Kelly, you can't hear shit, can you? Kelly?
No. What? Evidently not.
Yeah.
You might want to drop out and try to come back in.
I remember this guy. He used to show pictures of everything.
I still do. So basically, this unit.
I remember you 2 years ago when you would take pictures of everybody's units and stuff and share them with us.
That was, my God, that was last year in October. That was the one time I was ever here.
Is that when that was?
Yeah, it was last October.
Well, you've grown up a lot, but you're still a little twerp.
Of course you call me that.
So we like you.
Get along.
Hey,
No, we like him.
you gotta. Hey, random guy, don't even know your name, but you gotta have thick skin, especially getting into this trade, bro.
Nah,
Just
man,
know
he's
it's all,
been in there.
it's all
We were
fun
in
and
there.
games.
We were in there a bunch.
You don't
We
know how
did
much
this-
I've been through.
We did this crap a bunch.
Don't take Ted the wrong way.
Oh,
don't-
I remember him.
Ted's a good dude.
Now, are you planning on going to college? Or are you going to be going into this trade?
Going into this trade, of course
If you're
I
going
am.
into this trade, why aren't you in a trade school?
Oh,
Because I'm not done with high school yet.
Well, yeah, the high school
He's-
trade school.
He's not in the north.
I'm
When
going
you
into
gonna
my last
understand
year of
that?
high school next year.
Kelly,
Or another year, next week. Rick.
Can you hear everybody, Kelly?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can still
Here,
hear.
let me test it. Hold on, let me test it. Kelly's a dumbass. Kelly's an asshole. Kelly, you suck. See, he still
Is
can't
anybody
hear
saying
me.
anything?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
You
I'm
can't hear
wasting
Ted?
all those
Dude, turn your
insults,
camera
man.
on.
He doesn't have his headphones
I
on.
think he can hear you.
I'm wasting all those good insults.
Random guy, where are you located at?
Southeast Texas.
More specific.
Oh wow! Hey, bro.
In the Beaumont area.
Beaumont.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, bro! You're not far.
You're-
You ain't far from us.
Oh my god.
You're not far from us, dude. You're only like 2 hours away from us.
Yeah, we're coming
That's
to
I
right.
get
heard
you.
you moved to Lafayette.
Yes, but I can be in Beaumont in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And get
All I
you.
got to do is go through Lake Charles.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically on the same freaking weather service coverage. I mean, we're right at the edges.
Yeah, because after Lake Charles, you hit Orange, Texas, and then Beaumont after that.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
tell you, weather service coverage is definitely relevant.
I just know that we're both in the same thing.
Ted, I love
Shoot,
you.
he was
I
the
love
same
you,
thing.
Ted.
He was same up in. I mean, he was in Alexandria. They go all the way up there too.
John, dude, you were
know what that-
gone
you know
for
what
a
that
long
means,
time.
Ted?
We had this guy. We had him a bunch. We had him a bunch of times. He didn't look nothing like this either. He was a lot younger.
Oh, okay.
And his
I was
mom,
16.
his mom was in the background telling us. No, I'm serious. His mom was telling us how obsessed with HVAC he was.
Whose channel was that on?
Mike.
Uh,
Oh,
on,
Pat.
It wasn't. It
I don't
wasn't.
remember that.
Yeah, it wasn't on. It wasn't on
Yeah.
yours, John.
And he was
Right.
taking pictures of things. He was collecting emblems.
I collect those.
You do?
Mm-hmm. I got a nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
If you are into HVAC this young and you are gung ho about it, you're gonna go far. Like, hey, keep it up, man. Just get ready for the attics and the sweating and the conditions. That's all I gotta
I
say.
think
If
it
you
was
can handle
pictures
that,
of emblems. Wasn't emblems. I think it was just pictures of emblems. Did you collect the actual emblems?
No.
I think it was just
Although I
pictures.
do collect thermostats, I had one of them I connected to
Yeah.
something. And
I
I
know.
killed it.
I know. There's a AC guy back in Alexandria. He collects the old thermostats like I do the tags or the badges.
One.
John thinks I'm giving this dude hell, man. We had him. I'm telling you, we reamed him out. We reamed his ass out good
So
a bunch
look,
of nights.
If anybody comes across, I mean, I only like the old ones. You know, like if you change out an old unit or you come across an old unit and the badge is in good shape and you don't care to collect that kind of shit, contact me. I'll pay for shipping because I do collect them.
dude. I think I can get a hold of an old York emblem, but you probably have it already. It's your standard brown York emblem with the line underneath it.
I got
You might
about
have that one
I got
already.
about 7 of those.
Okay, well, I thought I had something special.
I have an old video. I'm gonna have to do a newer video of my collection because it's grown since then.
I don't think Kelly can hear us still.
Kelly, can you hear everybody?
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear
I may have left
everybody.
it out and my mom threw it away.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Kelly?
I can't find it. I seriously, I can't find it.
He can't hear me. I'm telling you.
Kelly, can you hear Ted, Kelly?
Unfortunately, I can.
Oh, so you heard me saying all that. Come on, man. I was just testing it out to see if you could really hear me.
He just messing with
But I
He's
did it a
trying-
minute ago, big time, and you couldn't hear it, and everybody was laughing. It was funny.
No, that's right. I couldn't hear Michael, and I didn't know whether you were talking or not. And I was kind of joking around. So the only plus of not being able to hear Michael is
John
I
just
couldn't hear
left.
you either.
Or you went away. I'm only.
Hey, Mike, what is that a picture of up there? Is that like a tea set with a
No, it's
like
like a
wine
picture.
glass?
It's a pitcher and a pepper mill and a couple other things. It was like, you know how artists they'll
Nice.
put a bunch of stuff on the table and they're like fruits or something like that, and they paint it.
Yeah,
It's one of those type of things. That was when she was like in her senior in high school.
Oh, nice. So wait, one of your relatives painted that?
No,
You say?
no, my youngest daughter. My
His
youngest
daughter.
Oh,
Pay
wow.
attention, Matt.
Yeah.
Pay attention,
Yeah,
man.
she-
That's
Hey,
his daughter.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Then she went to
trying to
UNH
hear. It
for
looks-
art. She majored in art. And
UNH.
That's funny.
University in New
Matt
Hampshire.
goes,
Hey, you know, listening to his accent, I love Steve laugh. Yeah, you need to get the garden hose. You need to get the garden
Yeah,
hose
yeah.
out of that unit. You know,
Yeah.
you got a garden hose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that accent.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
we
know
have a
why
couple of
y'all
those.
don't like Steve Lab, man. He's friggin' awesome. I don't know why y'all don't like him.
We like him. I like him.
Yeah, I do. I think it's hilarious.
The only criticism I have of Steve is, boy, I'll tell you, if you go on his site and you put in your 10 cents of, you know, what about this or that,
he'll let you have it.
He starts calling you super tech, and he gets offended really easy. And it's like, Jesus, come on, guy.
Yes, Rich. Everybody's aware that Steve Laugh doesn't like me, you know, just like many other people here.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're all aware of that. But thanks.
I think you're fine.
Are we supposed to like each other? I didn't know that.
Oh, come on, Ted. Ted, you know you love me.
But as far as I mean, he's a pretty good mechanic, but I mean, some of the stuff I've seen, you go ahead and, yeah, this is a piece of shit. You need to go ahead and replace this.
I think that Ted is a much Ted, my bad, dude. That Steve is a much better plumber than he is.
Oh yeah.
That video he uploaded the other day where he refused to fix that Goodman cap tube that was sitting in the water.
You know what? Here's
because
something. Don't they realize once you fix you could take a cap tube and braze right over it?
Well, it's not that.
And the other thing is, you pull a vacuum on it, you could boil the water out of that thing from anywhere.
That's what he said, that it had sucked water.
It doesn't matter. We had one that we had.
Hold on 1 second. I have fixed it before, just like that. That's what the vacuum pump is for. That system could have been repaired and could have been back up and running instead of leaving those people without air.
Absolutely. He could have dried that system out in no time. I saw Jim Bergman take about a shot glass full of water and put his pump on it, and you can see
water.
Yeah, water. Yeah, and it boiled that water right out of there, because water, when you put it under a vacuum, water is boiling at below freezing temperatures.
Well, I mean, yeah, and he could have done a triple evacuation if need be.
Yeah, throw some nitrogen in it; it'll absorb the moisture. You dump that, and then you pull a vacuum on it.
I mean, so that system could have been put back online.
Absolutely. And the cap
nitrogen
tube
doesn't absorb the moisture. The nitrogen actually melts the water from ice back to liquid so that it can be evacuated.
So let me ask you this:
nitrogen will absorb.
That is incorrect, Grandpa.
Of course,
well, we differ.
Oh, here we go.
You done fell and bumped your head. It ain't absorbing crap.
Let me Google
the reason. Well, Google away. The reason for the triple evacuation process is because the water actually freezes under a vacuum. It does not boil. It freezes.
And where's the snow go? Where's the snow go?
Up there in the north, where it snows all the time.
Yeah. Well, when you're in Alaska and the temperatures are 35 below zero and the snow is disappearing, where's it going?
Well, Alaska's not under 500.
Well, it's below 32 degrees. 32 degrees is freezing.
Okay, so what happens in a vacuum? What all gets lower?
It lowers the boiling point.
And that also means it freezes easier too.
Yeah, it'll freeze.
It'll freeze at a much higher.
Have you gone into the freezer and seen your ice cubes get smaller and smaller?
So what is the purpose?
How come the ice cubes are getting smaller?
What's the purpose
they
of
evaporate.
Triple evacuation? Why is triple evacuation necessary?
Triple evacuation isn't really necessary.
It is if you got moisture in the system.
If you got a lot of moisture and they
So why is it necessary?
Try to get the moisture out, so you don't have copper plating.
But how does it get it out?
With using your vacuum pump.
I think I could probably tell.
And a dryer.
This guy is telling.
And nitrogen.
Well, the nitrogen is not absorbing the water.
Oh.
It's thawing it back out.
How does it throw it out?
Thawing. THAWING.
How does it thaw it?
Because it raises the freezing temperature. I mean, it lowers the freezing temperature back again.
Well, you could do that by just relieving the pressure off of it. You could do that by just relieving the pressure. I'll just put if it's 90 degrees outside.
But then if you do that, then all right, you can't relieve the pressure without allowing something back into it.
Yeah, air.
Okay, well then you've just added more moisture.
Yeah, well you put nitrogen back in to relieve the pressure.
Story.
All right, fail.
No. Yeah.
But I've taken.
Hold on, Matt. Matt's got some Google for us.
Okay, wait. Okay, before I say this, y'all are both somewhat correct. Read this and see what y'all think. If you can read it,
we can't see that. You're gonna have to read.
You're gonna have to read it.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh yeah, it's like a. Oh,
he holds his phone.
Your screen's going dark.
Read it, Matt.
Ain't nobody gonna read it.
Okay. Sorry, Ted. It says. Wait, let me finish, Ted, before you jump in. It says nitrogen does not absorb water, but it entrains it and helps it move along out of the system, allowing the liquid water to warm, evaporate, and increase the water vapor pressure without introducing additional moisture into the system.
That's exactly what I said, Ed.
Entrained, absorb. That's where they get into the definitions of adsorb and absorb. Just like your dryers, they say dryers don't absorb moisture. They adsorb.
So everybody's seen that video. Ted, did you see that video?
Which one?
Where he condemned the system because the cap tube had a hole in it.
I need to watch that. I do need to watch
sitting in the condensate.
It was bubbling in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ted, would you have fixed that and got that system back online?
After I sold him one, I'd have probably given him a temporary fix. But no, the thing is, okay, here's the thing. If he added that pressure to it, then it was probably full of water. It probably had some water in it. But if it was sitting there bubbling when he came up to it and found it, then it was under positive pressure, and
he had it off when it was bubbling.
Yeah, but it was bubbling,
but
so that wasn't sucking in. That was blowing out.
Yeah.
So that unit could have been fixed.
I would have vacuumed the water out of the pan. Now you got to see that was a tough. You'd have had to wrestle that. You'd have had to bend that tube up, and you might have. I mean, it was worth a risk. In other words, if it's going to be trash already, it's worth the risk. Sure, I would have welded it up and took a chance on welding it shut even.
Cindy
and gave them some air.
Possibly not Cindy, but if you're going to talk smack, learn how to use no the correct way.
Yeah, as far as brazing cap tubes, that's something I learned a long, long time ago. I thought that when you brazed a cap tube, the solder would go inside there, or the braze would go in there and plug it shut. And that was wrong.
It can.
I don't know how it does it, why it doesn't stick. But
all I can say is I would have laid a bead of braze on there, and I would have put that system back on.
Oh yeah.
And it'd have been cooling, even if it did restrict.
And change the dryer.
Who is? I'm curious here if Cindy would name some names. Who are the two guys that really know what they're talking about here?
Definitely not me.
No, she's probably talking about a couple guys in the chat, I guess.
I don't know if she's talking about guys in the chat or on camera, but
I don't think she's a fan of me, but I wonder if she's a troll.
I don't think she's really Cindy. I have a pretty
That's
good
what
idea.
I'm getting at.
It's probably a Russian bot.
Wait a minute. That's a dead giveaway. She said John and Ted. That's a dead giveaway.
Well, yeah, sweetheart, if you really are, I'm not trying to troll you, but just the way you were using "no" is spelled Know.
Yeah, and that means I know exactly who that is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got a pretty damn good idea.
When you're gonna type on a hider name,
well, and not only that,
not to type like you got to learn not to type like you type.
And then she super chatted twice, I think, and it's Canadian money.
Yeah. Oh.
So
Maybe
it's kind
I
of
was wrong.
I kind of been on this since the beginning, just playing along. But Canadian money, the typing, it's you kind of put the pieces together.
Recognizable.
Evidently, I was wrong. I thought it was a girl.
No, I don't believe so.
Well, you don't know.
I could be wrong.
I think that
There's actually more than
person is
two
a girl.
genders now.
Cindy.
Okay, you believe in that nonsense?
Believe in what nonsense?
Hey, John, I've got one. I got one for you.
God.
How do you spell the word no? Like you just said, Know, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about night? Like a knight in shining armor, Knight.
Right.
Night.
Yeah. And how do you spell knife? Knife.
Yeah.
How do they spell? What does Knipex spell?
I don't know.
Well, have you heard of the name brand Nipex?
Oh,
everybody keeps calling it Knipex.
Yeah.
And it's like this.
Sometimes
there is no word in English where they pronounce the K when you have KN, KNIF, KNOW, KNIGHT, KNOWLEDGE, knowledge. They don't say knowledge. But you see all of these, even some of the commercials for people selling Nipex tools. Everyone's calling them Knipex.
Yeah.
Oh no, that means I hurt my knob.
Yeah, your knob.
Are you sure you can know that?
Yeah, I'm sure you can know that.
I knew it.
I know, right?
I knew it. Yeah.
Man, I can't get over that. That's that random guy. What was your name back then, random guy?
You're absolutely on the right track, Matt.
What was your name, random guy? Back then, the first thing you did when you went to somebody's house, a relative or a friend or whoever, the first thing you did was identify the brand and the age of their HVAC unit.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then you would take a picture of it, and you would be able to. He was like Rain Man or something, John. It was a lot of fun, dude. I'm telling you.
That's great. I like
when you referred to a person, like when
it was great.
This is the first time he's been in one of my hangouts, but he's a cool kid. I like him.
No, he would tell you the year and the brand and the year it was made as soon as he talked about another person, like his aunt or his whoever. Oh yeah, she has the 19 whatever or the 2000 and so ream or the two, he would identify.
We don't have ream around here. We just have rude.
I mean, most of us guys were like sniffing,
which is the same thing, but yeah.
And he's running around looking at the date on their data plate.
Exactly.
What was your handle back then? What was your screen name or whatever, random guy?
I don't know. It's just I didn't really have a screen name on. Well, really, I didn't even have a YouTube until like a few years, like maybe a year or so ago.
And that's the only one you've had is that one right there?
Yep. That's all I could think of to not actually have my real name in there.
Was it worn out for your arrest?
No, that's supposed to really put you up. Your real name and your screen name. So I actually have a good story to tell about the system in this house from when it was originally put in. So that unit was, oh my God, there had so many problems when it went in.
That's not
so basically, the first time my grandmother went to use the heat, the first year after it was put in, the heater was already bad. And then so she had to wait for him to get a new heater. And then a few years later, the freaking ECM motor goes out. Like it after like 2 years, it lost the motor.
Yep, X13.
Yeah, the carrier uses X13s.
Everybody's using X13.
So basically, it would take like 10. It would try to start. Like I would hear it, like it would sound like it was going to spin up, but then it would not. And after 10 minutes, it would finally spin up.
Yeah, that's actually not the motor that's bad, but you have to replace both. But it was actually just
the end bell,
just the module.
Yeah.
But
it's
heater.
worked fine ever since. It's had no problems other than we had to, like last year they had to replace the capacitor and hard start on the outdoor unit because the capacitor failed. The compressor wasn't starting.
So the Chrysler Air Temp, was that gas
Don't
and now
give you
it
guys
went
a
to
good
electric?
laugh.
Or
it was electric.
My last call today was for a no cooling call. Show up to the guy's house, and he's talking about the blower motor. There used to be a hum, and sometimes it would start, sometimes it wouldn't, and had to move a water softener out of the way. Water spilled all over the floor. I'm laying on the floor, or not laying there, push the door switch in, and the damn sparks is flying all over the place. How that motor scared the living crap out of me.
Oh God!
So I get the thing changed out, and I go to the condenser, and it's not an AC. It's a heat pump wired up with a 2-wire to be AC only. And late, I was tired. The blower in the furnace would come on, and the condenser wouldn't come on. And I got to tell you what, man, 15 seconds felt like 5 minutes to me. I'm sitting there trying to figure out why this condenser ain't coming on. I go through all the troubleshooting shit, and while I'm in the middle of it, the unit fires up, and I'm like, son of a bitch. I didn't wait long. I was too impatient. I didn't wait long enough.
Now, see, that's the kind. Look, listen, guys. We're in here at 2:30 in the friggin' morning. That's the kind of story we want to hear. We don't want to hear your daggum totally correct, statistics and all this crap that are over our head. The redneck story, you're laying in a ton of water, sparks are flying, you're pissed off, you're impatient, the thing won't start. That's what we want to hear here.
Hey, one of my favorite videos from Ted. Everybody go watch it. I think it's titled, it's a short video. Ted gets a bath.
Oh, God. Gets a shower in the crawl space.
Ted cuts that damn drain line. And
I didn't cut it. I just grabbed it.
Oh, yeah. He grabbed it, and I guess it was unglued. And
no, dude. It was just
I'm looking at it. I'm finding it.
It was just sticking.
Isn't that the one that he cut the line in several places, and it was plugged solid?
No, that was a good video though. Not too long.
I never saw anything plugged that hard.
This one he's talking about.
Ted runs into some crazy fucking drains, man.
Yeah.
This one was when they roughed in the house. They stuck a stick in the wall and never came back to finish running it out.
Right.
So it went from the attic to the crawl space, and it was just sticking in the ground, just against the ground. So they piled it in the attic, and it would sit there and fill up, and it worked for 20 years. Well, I went and installed a high-end 20-series machine that dehumidifies a lot better and makes a lot more water.
Yeah.
That it kept backing up, and it wouldn't work. And I finally went under the house thinking, that elbow that goes horizontal is clogged. And I went under there, and I saw it, and I looked at it, and it was like this cesspool around it. You'd have to watch the video because it looked like it was going underground into a plumbing drain. And I said, damn, look at this, and I just went to grab it and just kind of wiggle it a little bit. And it was just sticking on the ground, and 25 foot of water pressure came out. I mean, it just sprayed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to go home. It soaked me down. I had to go home, change shoes, socks, pants, everything.
Where's the video?
I tell you what, man.
Ted takes a shower in a crawl space. And I said something. It happened. I said, unbelievable or something like that.
I tell you what, I enjoy drain calls. To me, they're easy, they're fun, and I like watching them on YouTube. And Ted has got epic drain videos. That one you uploaded recently, Ted, dude, that was bad.
Oh God, I've never seen anything like that.
That was bad, man.
Came out.
And you did the camera perfect, man. When you pushed that water through it and that big old thing of snot came out, that was beautiful.
That was the money shot.
And dude, man, that
video,
you got one a while back too, man, where it's like fucking gravel in the drain line or something.
God, I know it, man. I've seen some crazy stuff on drains.
I mean, I've seen some crazy shit on drains too, but I ain't never seen like that brown gravel shit you pulled out that one drain, man. That was nuts. Now the snot, like that one the other day,
that's common.
I see that a lot, but the one Ted had was bad, was real bad.
I saw one that he had. It looked almost like the dryer vent.
I mean,
type
yeah,
stuff,
and
you know,
Ted,
that type of shit packing it hard.
Your shop vac would not even attempt to pull that out on that other one.
Oh no, no, it wouldn't even start to move.
Yeah,
something like that.
That was unbelievable.
I wonder if the Gallo gun would blow that out.
Yeah, it had to be pretty close to a gallon worth of loogie that came.
Yeah, I don't know, Michael. I don't think a CO2 would have got that either.
Yeah,
a gallon worth of loogie.
Here's the title. It says Ted gets crawl space shower condensate drain not piped out.
Yeah.
So I don't think the chat will let me.
It should.
Paste a link. It might.
Got it.
Well, you can do that, and John can bring it up on the screen so
there it is.
Everybody can see it.
I'm watching it.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I could share it on the screen where everybody can watch.
Yeah, you can click on that and bring it up on the screen.
All we need is the money shot, just that part right there where I grabbed that pipe and got soaked.
Money shot.
Soaked my ass down good. I had to go home. I could not go to the next service call. There was no way.
Oh, you probably felt like
my God. Yep. There it was.
All right, let's take a look.
Yeah, John will share the screen.
Installation summary mistakes were made. That's like the first comment.
I definitely would have been speaking French, though.
Yeah.
I was not happy. Well, I was kind of happy that I'd found the problem and it explained, what had been going on.
Here we go.
Oh, gosh. Gorilla Glue took over my channel.
Mine too.
You can't go full screen.
That's why I have premium.
Okay, so here it is. You see it. It's just sticking in the ground. And you see all that, and it looks like it's going into a sewer pipe. I thought it was going into some sewer pipe. And so I'm going to pan back up here and show how it comes out of the floor. I'm like, this can't be for real. I thought it was piped out. I thought it was going into one of those cast iron drains underground. I didn't know what the hell.
French drain or something like
that. There it is.
Oh my God.
Look at that. I just grabbed.
Go.
Dude, that was a lot, man. That was a lot of damn water.
God
damn. I mean, no wonder why there was full of humidity in the house.
Felt like 5 gallons.
Oh, I bet you got soaking.
I did, man. My pants. I'm serious. I was completely wet.
They had it, so it worked like that for 20 years.
So what did you end up doing, Ted? Because the video's about to stop. Did you pipe it outside?
Yeah, I cut it and put an elbow right there and ran it outside.
So you notice he couldn't go anywhere. He was sitting there Indian style. So he just.
I wasn't gonna avoid it.
You guys have a lot of crawl spaces up there?
Oh yeah, that's mostly what Ted works in.
It sucks too.
Are you guys low on the water table?
Oh, Ted, Rich said he would have used the 45.
Well, it would have took 2 of them.
How common is a full basement where you are?
We don't have them.
No,
they don't exist.
cost a bunch of money to dig that pit and pour that concrete.
Yeah,
I guess.
that shit don't exist here.
What is it? Because the water table is so low, or
No.
I don't know the reason, but we don't have them. Now, Ted has crawl spaces. There's no crawl spaces here in Louisiana. Everything here is in an attic.
Is it Louisiana that has all those graveyards that are like above ground, just about?
Yep, New Orleans.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have everything here is in an attic. Now, Ted has a combination of attic and crawl space.
Here, it's a combination of attic, crawl space, or garage.
Now, every now and then, me and Matt will get lucky and we get really excited. Like you'll walk down the hallway and the unit will be sitting in a hallway. Yes.
Inside the envelope, right?
My neighbor behind me is like that.
It's inside the house.
Yeah, I saw a guy who was talking about, we go through all of this about sealing the house up with, sheet plastic and caulking everything in here. He says, and what do? They go ahead and take their air conditioners and punch holes in all the plaster and break the entire envelope that you spent all that time sealing up and putting in can lights and our duct systems. Whereas if you would put it into, like you said, a closet, if you put it into a closet, well, then you don't have to break that envelope of the ceiling, and may just keep everything inside.
So let's take a poll in the chat. Let's see if any of these other guys here. Who thinks I should put Cindy McDonald in timeout?
Hey, John.
Yo.
What did they? What you call those houses that were up on pillars? You did that one video. You went down your own water, and it was a huge ass house. It was up on a pillar. You drive underneath it.
They're up on piers.
Is that where
for floods or something?
Is that where I put them two train 16 eyes?
I think so. What'd you call them? Shanties or shacks or something? You're like,
that's his camp.
That was a camp. Yeah, I remember that. That was his camp.
Looked like a freaking castle.
Well, that's what I told him. I was like, he's a good friend of my dad.
Oh, yeah, that.
And I'm like, dude, this is not a fucking camp. But you should see his house.
It was big.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that video.
Okay. How many people put two 16 eyes on their camp? And this is when the 16 eyes were 2-stage.
Oh.
I don't know. I never knew they were called. I never knew they were called camps. We along the rivers here, we have houses like that. Or they're not houses really. They're more like sheds.
Right. No, this was not a camp. This was a fucking mansion.
It was nice looking. It was a beautiful area.
Oh yeah.
Too.
Oh yeah. It's gorgeous.
Hey, John, everybody, I'm going to call it a night, man. I'm starving. I got to get something to eat, and I'm going to go to bed. I'm whooped. I had to work all day. So
yeah, I'm probably going to shut this down here.
Yeah.
I've been on here for about 4 hours.
Yeah, it's almost 3 in the morning.
Dang, man, you going to eat eating this time of night?
All right. Hey, bro, I got to eat something. I'm freaking.
All right, Matt.
Sleep.
Thanks for coming in, Matt.
Take it easy.
Ain't no problem.
You got to take.
I'll see y'all next time.
Catch you later.
See you later,
All
man.
right.
All right, man. Another heated advisory tomorrow.
Hey, Kelly, good luck with your grandbaby, man. Whatever happens, I hope it's good.
Yeah, I just got a text from my son. I forgot all about that. My grandson's born.
Oh, okay.
How big?
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
How big is
Big
I
deal.
got so into this damn thing, I forgot about that. I need to send him a text back.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Is that your
All
first
right.
grandbaby?
No, it's the second.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations, man. Good night, y'all.
All right, Matt.
Later,
Bye.
man. Man, I used to be a chatter. We did those chats, Yahoo and AIM and stuff, and somebody would leave, and I'd say,
Matt didn't even turn his shit off.
I'm glad that prick left. We'd say that stuff
There
when
he goes.
somebody would leave, and
So
I wasn't going to say that, but that's just something we used to do in the chats, you know.
So another heat advisory tomorrow. Good Lord, when do they ever end?
Yeah. Oh, are you a weather nut too?
Yes, I am actually.
Oh,
got two weather alert radios on my nightstand.
So
what
look
the
at
hell
that. Mike
for?
believes and doesn't even say bye.
For weather alerts.
Do you have a scanner?
Yeah, that 2 of them.
Were you a patrol guard in school, like a crossing guard?
No, because we're right by a highway. Okay, I'm gonna turn that down.
We trust you. We didn't need a demo. We believe you.
Where's my channel?
So, do you always wear your hard hat and your gloves and your safety goggles whenever proper working conditions require it?
Of course I would.
Are you a D-heck butt sucker?
What?
God damn, Ted.
Why are you?
It gets late at night, man, and I have to.
You're not being relevant
let
anymore.
out all that stuff that always had to behave all day, you know. So
you're not being relevant anymore.
Anymore? When was I?
Yeah, never. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. You gotta make sure you wear. You gotta make sure you wear your latex gloves whenever you're working on HVAC equipment.
Oh, I mean like the blue gloves, like Steve does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, not the white ones when the doctor gets them out, and I say, "Dude, you're wasting your time putting that glove on."
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, one thing you don't want to hear when you go in for a prostate exam is you say, Doc, where do I put my pants?" And he says, "Over there, right next to mine."
Ooh.
Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely don't want to hear that.
Holy shit.
That's pretty bad. Well, as much fun as those guys in the chat are having.
Well, I haven't even been watching the chat.
Oh yeah, they're over there having a ball, man.
Oh God,
guys in the chat, I'm glad y'all had a good time. I see a lot of new screen names. I don't, whether y'all are real or fake. I know some of y'all are legit. Some I'm still not so sure about, but it is what it is. And I'm shutting this down though. I'm gonna go lay down and watch Ted's video on that package unit.
All right, and I need to get going. I'm getting on the train going to San Antonio tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget to notice.
It's not till the evening though.
The year, make, and model of the HVAC when you get there.
It's probably gonna be one of those P-tacs at the hotel, like you see on most hotels.
Well, random guy, thanks for coming in, bud.
All right,
man. Good to see you again, dude.
Kelly and Ted, thank y'all as always.
I thought I'd join tonight since I'm not gonna be able to join Mike's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's always fun when Ted and Kelly's in here.
Yeah,
especially when Kelly can't hear me.
Well, Kelly, congratulations on your grandson.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
congrats on that.
Enjoy that grandbaby.
Catch you guys later.
All right, Ted. Thanks, bud.
Peace out.
Peace out.